I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What up, man? The real Coach JB. My main man, Big Smitty.
Are y'all ready for this?
Ground like something to prove it. Came to a conclusion that it's Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to your side. Worldwide, we in your city. That sounds fine. Keep it 150. We never change what's happening. Hurdle and get
In any metric, Coach, you cannot have Russell Wilson in your
Nick gave me my first offer. Like, you got to have that store and you got to be marketable.
Hockey, football, baseball, then basketball.
Oh, I love this fucking show so much, dude. Are you mixing light and dark at 11 a.m.?
I'm elated that I can be able to coach, that I can be able to mentor these kids, and give them everything that I've learned over the last 20 years.
Smitty and Jason Brown, killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
You are now tuned in to the Coach JB Show.
Hello? Can you hear me? Derek. Man, God, I hate this dang phone line, man. I'm sorry, JB. I spent all this dang money on this phone line, and the signal was horrible. I don't get it.
Guess what? All right, appreciate you. We got a new deal with Mint Mobile. I just saved your whole life in phone drama. Mint Mobile is now a new proud sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty.
Stop playing.
Your problem's been solved.
We got a partnership with Mint Mobile? You talking about Ryan Reynolds, Mint Mobile? Stop playing right now. Hold on. Let me Google this real quick.
You can try mintmobile.com/CoachJB and get 3 months free when you use the promo code CoachJB.
Hey, man, I did a quick Google search real quick to make sure you wasn't playing around. They got plans as low as $15? They got plans for $30, unlimited everything. Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk, text, mobile hotspots. You can talk in Mexico, talk in Canada, and they're built on the nation's largest 5G network. Are you kidding me, JB?
Hey, and everyone wants to know how hard it is to switch to your service. Big Wireless wants to think it's hard. They want you to think it's hard, Big Smitty, but switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your own home. Mint Mobile does it all. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. That's why the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty is proud new sponsor using promo code CoachJB. Try mintmobile.com. This is where it's at. We got it, Big Smitty.
So, hey, I'm switching over to Mint Mobile right now, JB. I'm done with this company I'm working with. They crazy. The line, it never works. The signal is out, and it costs too much money. I'm going over to Mint Mobile, JB, and y'all should do the same.
Big Smitty, I'm calling you right now.
JB, Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile, clear as day. I hear you clear. The new promo code Coach JB right here, 3 months free. Mint Mobile, try mintmobile.com/CoachJB and get you there free. 3 months off, family deals, all deals, short, fat, skinny, and tall. Mint does it all. Proud new sponsor. Much love. We'll see you later. Peace. What up? We're back. We're back in the building. Talking to Bailey in the chat right now. Getting this thing ready to go. We are live. Yes, we're live. CS the best. We are back in the building. We had to take yesterday off because I had a lot going on. I was going to hop on McAfee yesterday. It didn't happen. McAfee had to bounce. We had a lot of shit going on there in Vegas. I'm going to tell you, that was I don't know how to explain it, but I'm as sore as I have been in 20 years. I'm probably as sore as I've been in 20 years. I'm going to explain it, though. Before we further ado, let's get right into brass tacks. We got a lot going on today. It is Free Game Friday. We have NFL legendary 14-year veteran special guest today. He's going to have a special treat for us, for everybody out there. that loves America. He's going to break it down. Matt Burke, former center for the Minnesota Vikings, he's going to break us down. He's going to come on the show. Great guest. We got Big Matt McChesney. We're going to break down the Super Bowl. We got Big Jeff Nadu going to talk about all the bettings, overs, unders, and all things gambling with the Super Bowl. So we're going to break that down as well. Loaded lineup today, loaded show. E-Dub hot at me right now. I'm texting him. I'll explain. Woo, what a day. What a 48 hours turnaround. But before that, Far East Side, Naptown's finest. Oh, a lot of people know Smitty in Vegas. It was an interesting conversation. I got to run into my main man, Marcellus Wiley. Got to hang out, got to fight last night. I had golf, Radio Row. I hopped into Radio Row for about 3 hours. I'm going to explain that. Ate dinner with McAfee and the boys. A lot going on. We're going to dive into it. But Far East Side is Naptown's finest. Horrible hairline having, AR5 goggle wearing, Lamar Jackson supporting, Ball State legend. Get him out the hood fund having, LeBron hairline having, Fox Sports living, Big Smitty. Welcome him in real quick. I like that red shirt.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, JB? I see you back, man. I was ready to grind yesterday. I was up, had my laptop open at like 5:30. I had my fucking bowl of Frosted Flakes, granola bar. I was locked in, ready to go for an amazing show. And you get another flat tire in Vegas. This man got a flat tire in Vegas, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Look at him right now.
You're insane to do the show right now. I'm good. I'm getting on this flight back right now. So that's from our main man, E-Dub, Eric Weddle. Here's what's going on here.
When did you get back?
Inside what's happening real quick. All right. So E-Dub flew in yesterday morning. He hung out with his agent, did some personal business. And he's like, I'm not going to sleep. See, cats don't realize you work hard, you play hard. Cats don't get the real grind of real life. Smitty, I had a room for one night. I checked out yesterday morning. I had to hop around the whole day staying up because I had a live golf tournament to go to. I had Super Bowl Radio Row to go to. I had a fight. I had E-Dub. So this E-Dub kind of hot at me right now. Little information, little inside information. E-Dub a little hot at me right now. So E-Dub was like, I ain't going to bed. I fly out at 6. Stay up with me. When I'm done, I'll come meet you and Pat or whatever. Well, Pat, little AE in town, and he played really well yesterday. 3 under. He's right 4 shots off the lead. Our boy Varner, who's going to come on the show, his partner. He was on fire. He's first place right now. They're on the same team though, so I think they're tied for 3rd right now as a team. So I'm like, hey dog, Pat going to sleep early. He grinding. He gonna go sleep. He has to get up at 6. So Pat's up right now because they got to drive out to the course, get ready. He's like, all right, I'm done eating at around 9:30. I don't know if you know Kelly in Vegas, my homegirl Kelly in Vegas. Shout out to Kelly in Vegas. I got to kick it with Kelly. Kelly's like, where you at? I said, man, I'm about to bounce home. I think I got to go home. She's like, come over to Circa. And I'm like, fuck, Circa way on the other side of town. I got to bounce. So a lot going on, Mr. Liv Moods. I had Liv Moods. I got to see Liv. Got to see all kinds of folks. But Agar, you know who Annie Agar is?
Anna Agar.
I mean, not Anna. The one that does the blonde girl that does all the football show. She does like football crazy. She wears a jersey, and
I'm pretty sure I see her, man.
You know, she is.
Yeah, I know everybody.
So I got a lot going on. I'm like, I gotta get to the house. So he had to leave early yesterday watching the dog. So it was a lot of rain in the backyard, and then cameras pop up. Ash is starting to wear out my backyard after about 6, 7, 8, 9 hours alone. He take my mat, my floor mat from the back window. He is heavy too. He picks it up and just shreds it apart across the backyard. I'm looking at the camera. So I'm showing some very, very influential people, popular people, the videos, they're dying. They love Ash. They all see all the video. I'm like, dog, this motherfucker. So I got to get back. I said, you know, I can't stay. Everybody trying to get me. I can't stay. I got to do the show. I can't do it. I got no room no more. I moved all the shit out of Pat's. I was like, I got to get out. So I was like, I ain't going to get another room, get upstairs. I was like, nah, I'm bouncing. I get a cigar and fill my tequila. And I go, man. So I'm getting Kelly in Vegas. Everybody hit me. I'm like, fuck, dog, I got to roll. Well, E-Dub's still eating at Carbone upstairs in Aria. He's like, you better not fucking leave. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, homie, I left 20 minutes ago. E-Dub was cussing me out the whole way home. I was 3-hour drive home. I go, hey, Steve is at the Mandalay Bay. They just finished the fight. And he didn't respond. I said, no, hell no. Yeah, you better stay. The dogs is cool. E-Dub hot at me right now. Shout out to E-Dub. E-Dub did an all-nighter, so he just stayed up all night. I told him to go kick it with Ryan Clark and Stephen A. Smith and all them. They was all at the Ario with us.
What happened?
Dog, I don't know if I have enough time. I don't know if I can tell you all these stories.
Nah, we need all this. Like we got nothing but time. We got three-hour show.
Stephen A. Shanning, what is it? Tatum Shanning?
Shannon Tatum, like the actor?
Nah. Who?
Shannon Tatum?
Oh boy, the pivot with Clark. Oh boy, Tanning.
Oh, Shannon Crowder.
My bad. I'm still intoxicated right now. Whole pivot crew, all those cats. Stephen A. walks in. Dog. So I was at the Win before that. After the golf tournament, I go to the Win with my boy Mike Jules. We over there at the Win. Cat gives me a $500 cigar. Cuban cigar, $500. He's a prince from Saudi Arabia. He's a live golf guy. Number 3 in charge. Give me a $500 cigar. I'm like, all right. I wouldn't pay $500, but all right. So I'm smoking it. Everybody's in there. Sean Payton walks up to us. Sean Payton, JV, Mike Jewell and Sean are really tight. I've known Sean a long time. Sean come over there, chilling. He's like, I got this meeting. I'll come back over and holler at you guys. Josh Allen walks in. Josh Allen, big ass walk over there. This Prince guy know everybody, homie. I'm going to just straight up. He know everybody. Everybody that walked in there went over to the Prince cat sitting with us. So I'm like, damn, we're chilling. I go, I got to get ready to go back over to Aria. I'm going to get out of here. Stephen A. got his whole entourage sitting right there. This motherfucker's in a purple on purple suit. I'm talking about purple, dark purple shirt, purple tie. I was like, motherfucker, you got to break that shit up. So we go to Catch. And if you haven't eaten at Catch in Aria, we go over to Catch. And I don't know, everybody from fucking Win show up at the Catch for some reason. And there's Stephen A., Ryan Clark, who already know, like, Marcella, homie. I was like, shit, we might have some beef in this motherfucker. Somebody gonna film this shit and it'll be on the show tomorrow. So Ryan Clark look at me too, and I look at him, we're in the line and shit. And Pat is like,
you got nervous, JB? You got a little nervous?
Motherfucker, a little as shit. Pat was like, that motherfucker don't like you, do he? I go, nah, I never met Ryan Clark, but I go, he knew what it was. You could sense it. So we had dinner with, goddamn. He comes up to me, dog, big old white lineman, right? Comes over to me. Runyon, John Runyon Jr. Play for the Packers right now. John Runyon Jr. comes over. He goes, Coach, you did a cameo for the whole team this year. And I'm like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. He was like, man, I'm telling you right now, you don't even know. We still talk about it. It's unbelievable. He was with his fiance. So he has a drink with us. And then the left tackle for Green Bay come in, his boy. So the whole Packers almost was in there. They all come over there. Oh, Coach Jimmy. So we bullshit at the bar with Pat and them. Dog, it couldn't have been more people at the Catch, like famous people. I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody dropped something, I ain't going to say the word, and it lit up Vegas, You lost 99% of all celebrities and famous people.
Why'd you go there, JB? And all things you could have said.
I'm gonna tell you.
You could have flipped it positive and did the same thing.
I didn't say what would drop. I'm saying if something happened, if something bad happened, you lost literally every famous person in America. I think was there this week.
That's Super Bowl.
This Super Bowl though is different because I think everybody want to be somebody. Everybody want to be. Seen.
Miami was like that in 2020. I'm telling you.
Most NFL cats though that I've always known, and I was talking to Marcellus, and Marcellus was like, I would never have came to this motherfucker. He goes, it's Vegas. The reason is it's Vegas. He's like, a lot of cats don't usually go to Super Bowl like that, like Arizona, even in LA. Cats ain't come to Super Bowl that either played this year that lost, that didn't make it. The whole NFL was at the motherfucker. Like it seemed like the NFL and NBA cats that weren't playing are in town. Like it's shit crazy. But anyway, a lot of shit, dog. A lot of shit to talk about. But we can't talk about it on this show. Not all of it and all that. But good show. Got to eat with McAfee and the boys. Chuck Pagano came and grabbed me from the bag. Was like, JB. I was like, who's it? And they wouldn't let me in the place. We was at Prime Steakhouse over at the Bellagio. McAfee had his whole crew, everybody, and was buying dinner for them. 35 people or whatever. And the bill, dog. What do you think the bill was?
How many people ate?
At least probably 35. They had their own separate room. It was whole table, big war room table.
Probably about $12,750.29.
Pat spends $13,000 a night at the high limits on me and him drinking tequila.
See, I'm broke, so
you ready? You ready to try again? All right, Caleb, Jada, 500,000. Caleb said 230. Master Wu said 100.
No way. I'll go 65. Ain't no way he's spending $6 figures on a fucking dinner. I don't care how rich you are.
150. Nah,
he need to call in.
I don't think you realized Vegas prices, dog.
He need to call in and show his receipt. There's no way he spent $150,000 on a fucking.
I guarantee. I know what they call. I know what they spend. I know what Pat spends on us just drinking tequila in Vegas. It's Vegas, Smitty. It ain't fucking.
I know. I hear you. I didn't trust me.
It ain't Yard House, homie.
I know. I've been to Vegas hella time, but 150 bands on dinner.
We spent $60,000 for a suite for the U2 concert in the Sphere.
Okay, sweet. I understand that, but like dinner, we spent.
Okay, Pat Perez brought a good point last night. We in the Catch, eating. Catch is high money. It was expensive. Fuck, I was already ate, dog. I was like, man, I'm full. I ate some sushi, had a little shrimp cocktail or something, drink tequila, and it's 4 of us. John Runyon Jr. and them got up. They went to their table. We're chilling. He said, dog, he's like, look around. You can't get in the restaurant in Vegas. Can't get in Carbone. You can't get in Cash. We went to John George's twice. Can't get in there. You can't get anything unless you're somebody, right? So Pat got people we know, got in there, boom. I ain't going to boast in them, but I got it somewhere. So why is this packed out the house? Why you can't get in nothing? If inflation is at all-time high and shit is higher than it's ever been, think about it though, dog. Cats ain't slowing down. Motherfuckers is spending the money. I'm gonna tell you right now, they spending the money. The shits are packed. And Pat and I were like, yeah, man, ain't nothing slowing down. Like, why do motherfuckers talking?
It's nothing but rich people out there. I saw Floyd Mayweather spend like $800,000 on the motherfucking suite at the Super Bowl or something like that. He posted it was like $800,000. It might have been over a meal actually. I think it was like 2 separate checks.
Hey, but I know about this though. I got some flack. From some AEs of mine.
What? Why? Because you didn't bring them out?
Because of this, Smitty. Live out here popping, banging, tracks. Boy, PP on. I I got hoes.
I saw this video, but I didn't watch the whole thing through. So I'm like, all right, just walk in. I don't know who this is. It's a friend, whatever. But now I see how it ended. And your dumb ass gonna say, I got hoes, show her, go back to you.
Why do cats really think I'm I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but it's somebody that's my boy's girl. I'm fucking with her. I've known her for a while. She cool people. I'm fucking with her. We're drinking, smoking cigar. And the song came. So by the way, that song playing, just so you know.
You're wild, motherfucker. He says that's my homie's girl. I got hoes. Like, what? That's the white people shit. That's white people shit.
It's not. I explain to you, Lucy. I'll explain it later. But everybody that was involved get it. Everybody else ain't gonna get it. I'm sure I do. So look, polyamory. That song you listen to is Pat's song. So everyone has their lead out song and their closing song. Live is crazy. So when you come to the T box, if it's Dennis or DJ or Kepka or whoever, they got their own song. They get to pick their song. So Pat came out to I Got Hoes. So Pat came out to that. If you know anything that's going on in Pat's life right now. So he come out fucking like fuck it. The power go out, homie. He get because they played music while you swinging and PGA, everybody quiet down, you can't talk and live out there like cracking. So you got to have some mental fucking fortitude to play golf and have live music and shit. He come out to that song and the power go out and everybody swings. Everybody goes through their shit. They get on they walking down the fairway. 30 seconds later, power go back on. Song come on. After they already hit and shit. Pat's like, man, you fucked up my shit.
Right.
Oh, man, the shit was crazy. But look, dog, I start the morning off. We don't do the show, right? Because I was like, look, I'm gonna go on McAfee. McAfee had a lot of shit going on. I get out there to the deal. First, I gotta go through all this fucking shit to get in there, credential and all this shit. I'm walking around the fucking Mandalay Bay.
Radio
3 hours about. Before I had to bounce and head over to the golf tournament, which is all the way on the other side of town. I got in the car. And so I took Steve's boy, who's there, who's a boxing guy, never been, wanted to meet Pat. Pat got us back tickets to the, into the rope. So we walked with Pat the whole round. So this guy's, shout out to my boy Hugo, Steve Kim's lifetime friend. So we back there chilling with him the whole time, right?
Right.
People bringing us drink, we drinking, it's chilling, right? So, dog, we're doing that the whole time. But before I get out in the car to go there, I walk around Mandalay Bay for Radio Row, and I shout out boy Jared Payton said what's up. He was doing a show with Emmitt Smith. Him and Emmitt Smith. This motherfucker stops. They haven't started like doing the full on thing, and I go over and look at him and he's talking to Emmitt Smith. And he's like, JB, got up. Like, tell Smitty I said what's up. Everybody was there. Anybody was there doing radio. Cam Newton was there. I went over and hollered at him. I said, we got to do a JUCO shot, man. So we fucking couldn't get it, but it's Chad Johnson was in there, Cam, myself, Josh Allen. We're trying to do a JUCO. And I was like, I wanted to do that and blow it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, JUCO, I was like, fuck, everybody's together and shit. But I was talking to Cam, the game manager shit. We were fucking around with that. I'll tell you later. That's a good, funny story. But so Smitty, the Mandalay Bay has 3 valet parking exits.
Okay.
And Smitty, you don't pick your car up where you dropped it off. You want to talk about JB being hot? Oh. Homie, I can't walk. I can't bend my knees. My sore as fuck. I walk around for fucking 2 hours, homie. Trying to get my car at Mandalay Bay. Steve Kim's boys waiting at the valet. I'm like, what the fuck? I go to 3 valets. They're like, oh, it's probably the east. I'm like, homie, how does nobody have a sign? How nobody has nothing about where you do? So I fucking smash back to the car. Finally get there, dog. We're late to the tee off for Pat.
Yeah, you're late. Should have Ubered.
But then we walk, that's 6 mile walk, by the way, the golf tournament. So I walked to Mandalay Bay probably 3 miles. I don't know. But I walked probably 15 miles yesterday, Smitty, between all the different winds, all the different hotels. Probably about 15 miles. I've probably lost 13, 14 pounds. But I'm sore as I've ever been. I ain't been this sore probably since I squatted last in 99, 2000. You know what I mean? So I'm sore as hell. I'm glad this motivates people to get rich, bro. It should. It should motivate you to get rich. Shit. Look, had a lot of people there, a lot of things, a lot of stories. It's fun. It was funny. Everybody was there, though. Everybody was everybody. But good times.
That was a good time, man. I thought about making a move to Vegas this weekend, but just, you know, with the All-Star next week, I got a lot of money going into that. It just didn't make the most sense. But I know Vegas is about to be lit.
It would be cool if you just we rolled out there just for a one-day shot.
I didn't get invited, man. Pat don't be invited, man. You know, racist show. You know what I mean? Me and Pat ain't really. We met when he was on the Peloton that one day, but we ain't met. So he don't want, you know, he don't know how I vibe yet. So. One day I'll get invited, chat, to Vegas.
Pat already told me it's any time, so you could.
Well, that's on you then. That's on you as my guy for not extending the olive branch. Then if Pat said it, I ain't got Pat's number, so that I can't tell you what Pat said. So this is really on JB for not extending the olive branch. You know what? JB's like, you know, Darnell the cool black dude, but when I'm around the white dudes, I can't really bring them out because I don't want to like. I don't know what he's gonna say. I don't want to do nothing that's gonna be dangerous.
You know how that goes.
Man, I know how to blend in with the whites, the blacks, the Mexicans, the Asians, and my wife called me a chameleon because I can blend in with everybody if I
I don't know if you really can, but
money, big money. I've been around money for the last 6 years. I've been out here. I'm always around money.
That's because you work at Fox and stuff like that.
Okay, but I've been around.
Without further ado, we got NFL legendary, NFL veteran. He's got a hell of a story to tell. He's got a hell of a thing to promo for us. Minnesota Viking legend, Matt Burke joins the show. Shout out,
Matt Burke.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, brother? How you doing?
What's going on?
I don't know, man.
Hey, you didn't go to Vegas, did you?
I was not in Vegas this week. I was in Vegas the week before, and from what I hear, Vegas is always nuts, right? Now you throw a Super Bowl on top of that, and I hear it's just chaos.
It's different. You're the only person that played football probably that's not in Vegas right now. It's unbelievable. I'll tell you right now, the Live Golf tournament's there, so my buddy's there playing, so I was there for that. You had a fight last night. You got, I believe there's an MMA fight tomorrow or something. You have it's crazy. And the Spheres has U2 and all this stuff going on there. It's unbelievable. I'm like, gosh, dang, you can't move around that place right now. It's crazy. And it's cold. The golf tournament's suffering because it's cold. It's 40 degrees and they're teeing off early because of Super Bowl, and they're doing it a day early because of Super Bowl. And there was really not a lot of fans out there because of you got Super Bowl Radio Row, you got, all this different stuff. It's 40 degrees at tee off. I'm like, you in Vegas ain't going out there. So
maybe Vegas has finally reached like its max, its saturation point. They finally said, all right, this is too much. That we finally have too much stuff going on in Vegas.
Right.
No doubt. It was good time last night. I got to hang out with old John Runyon's kid, plays for the Packers right now. He was there. Got to eat a little dinner with them. I did a little cameo show for the Packers this year, and they were just laughing it up. So I got to meet those guys, his fiance. So last night at the Catch. So it was good. It was good times. Matt, appreciate you coming on, man. We got a lot to break down. I know you're doing some great things for with the veterans and everything like that. And I saw your bags, and a lot of people in Vegas that saw the retweet were like, "Man, tell Matt's a great dude." All these ex-NFL guys that were there.
Yeah.
So what do you got going on with this? Explain it in depth for us.
Yeah, well, here's the deal, man. I mean, 1 in 6 veterans are food insecure, and their families, and that's just not acceptable, man. I mean, the fact that anybody in America doesn't have enough food to eat is just ridiculous. But if we're talking about the men and women that have served our country and put their lives on the line and said, I'm willing to die for this country, and now they don't have enough food, like, we got to do something about that. So there's company Heritage Gear. We've raised money before in the past for veterans, make these awesome bags like you see them behind me. I'm telling you, these bags are sweet, man. They're made in America. They're like fashion, they're quality. You got 55 colleges right now. We got NFL, Major League Baseball's coming out. We also make these awesome American flag bags that people love. And so we said, hey, Super Bowl's like, it's like the ultimate day of leisure, right? And all of us are going to eat too much. And I got to know this guy named Robert Irvine, who's a celebrity chef, worldwide, New York Times bestseller. Guys, this guy's a beast, man. You would love, if you don't know Robert Irvine, you guys would love him. He's like all jacked, super intense. I mean, the dude's like middle linebacker intense. He just attacks like everything in life. And his foundation actually feeds hungry veterans. And so we said, hey, Robert, let's partner together and do something and raise some money for our vets. And so right now, start February 1st through February 14th. Any bag we sell at Heritage Gear, the proceeds go to feeding hungry vets. About half the bags we sell are female bags. So, I mean, the gals love these. So, guys, if you're looking for something that your wife or your gal will love, like I said, it's super fashionable and durable. This would be like, these things will last forever. Made right here in America. Yeah, look at Irvine. I mean, check that dude out.
He's ripped. He ripped.
He's shredded.
Clean eater.
Yeah. So heritagegear.com. Like I said, anything anybody buys, proceeds go to the Robert Irvine Foundation, feed hungry veterans, and would appreciate your support.
So I got to ask you, I know Smitty's going to dive in. What got you to do it? So just the love for the country and the vets, or you got a parent, a family, did somebody serve, or just wanted to do it?
Yeah, my dad's a veteran, did 2 tours in Vietnam. And look, man, I'm 47. So, right. And I got kids, and you talk about like kids these days don't know how good they have it. I mean, I don't know how good I had it, but my dad, he did 2 tours in Vietnam. He didn't have a choice. He was told he was going, it wasn't like he made the decision. He was drafted. But yeah, I was born in 1976. That's the best year to be born, man. Bicentennial of the country. So yeah, I come from an era where you love America, you respect and admire and thank veterans, and it's just like, hey man, we're all in a position to help somebody, and we all got causes that are near and dear to your heart. This is just one of mine.
When's your birthday? When's your birthday month?
July 23rd.
All right, I'm February 21st, so I'm in a couple weeks. I'll be 48.
Okay, all right, you coming up.
My boy Pat Perez is March 1st. We're both Pisces. He'll be 48. So we're all right around the same age. All the greats are 47 right now. Just going to throw that out there.
1976. That's right, babe. That's right. Yeah. This is
Woods. You got. I can go down the laundry list of guys. Everybody's 76.
76.
It's a good year. It sounds like a good year, man. No, I love it, man. I love what you're doing. Make sure everyone to check, supports, hit the link you see it below. But Matt, man, a pleasure to meet you, man. Me, as a former D lineman myself, played college ball at Ball State. I want to talk to you just about explain kind of what it's like from your experience, 14-year NFL veteran, what it was like kind of playing in the trenches, during your era. I think people don't really truly understand what is true, what really goes on, in the trenches. I want to hear from your perspective.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to say because it's like it's all I knew, I mean, right. From the day I started playing football, they were like, "You're a lineman." I was like, "No, I think I'm a tight end. I think I'm a running back." They're like, "No, you're a lineman." So it's all I knew. But I mean, I loved it. I look back, I maybe I didn't love it so much when I did it because it's hard, but right. I loved it. To me, it's the ultimate sort of mano-a-mano, hand-to-hand combat kind of deal. It's sort of like, can that guy wants to move you off the ball? You're trying to move him off the ball. Like who's the better man?
Right.
And then you talk about, and that's cool. Like you got to win your individual battle, which is always, that's great. And so much of O-line is just want to. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's technique, and I mean that is very, very important. But a lot of it's just want to. When you put your hand down and you come off the ball, are you coming off as hard as you can? Are you coming off harder than that guy? Have you put the work in? So I just love that part about it. But then you talk about the just the unit, and the offensive line unit, 5 guys working together. I know most people don't care, and they're not going to recognize the beauty in that. But when an O-line's clicking, man, and you're working together and you're all in sync, to me, it's like poetry in motion. But the thing about O-line, back when I played, it was still a lot of fullbacks, running a lot of ISO up the middle. It was still kind of sort of a downhill kind of running game for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
There was never a Monday morning where you woke up and you're like, I don't feel so bad. I mean, everyone's like, oh, you whooped them yesterday. That was an easy game. I'm like, there are no easy games in the NFL, and there's certainly no easy games playing O-line.
Now, I don't think they understand. Center uncovered, got to reach his goddamn 3 technique in the NFL. It's probably not an easy task. A lot of people don't ask the center to reach a 3 technique. They don't understand. And this is just the first clip we got. This was Super Bowl 54 against the same 2 teams. I've been breaking down, and it's a tough thing playing in them trenches. I got an interesting question for you that a lot of people don't understand, that don't probably ask. You've leaned up, obviously, from your playing days. How important is that now to go from an O-lineman's weight to play and be able to ace and deuce and take on a double and or get the combo to the backer and all those things that you got to be able to push a Warren Sapp and those type of guys that just sink, just drop to the ground, low center of gravity, how hard it is to get under a D tackle that's athletically gifted as all these NFL legends you played against. Then to drop weight. I've talked to Schlereth and all these guys that were so heavy, and they're like, dude, I feel like I was going to die. I had to. Is that something that you got to think? You think about though that shit? I got to lose some weight.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely. When you're young, though, you don't care, right? When you're in your 20s and even 30s. I mean, I just loved eating. I loved lifting heavy things. I loved trying to be the biggest, strongest guy every room I walked into, and that was your job, right? They're paying you millions of dollars to move nose tackles, right? So, but you know what? For me, and I think for a lot of guys, you really have to work to be that heavy. And I say work, I mean just eat. And which is great, it's fun. But so when you're done playing, it's not super hard to. I mean, I was 315 pounds. I couldn't have weighed anymore. So everyone's like, "Oh man, you lost all this weight." I was like, "Well, I couldn't have gone up anymore. There was only one place to go, and you don't lift so heavy, and you don't have to eat all the time." So, I think for most guys, it's pretty natural and easy to get down to a more normal weight. I mean, I'm 250 now. I'm never going to be small, but there are some guys in the NFL. I mean, you've seen guys you played with or coached. They're just built bigger than everybody else. Their frames are bigger, their bones are bigger, and they're never going to be small guys. They're always going to be big. That's why, I mean, in some ways, they're kind of freaks. They're genetic freaks. That's why they play football. That's why they play in the NFL or even at college. That's what God made them to do.
1%ers. Speaking of everything you're talking about, last night we had a great conversation. Urlacher and everybody's in town that comes on this show quite often, and we're pretty close. He's great.
Hey, next time Urlacher's on the show, you got to say, "Hey, how come Matt Burke chop blocked you all those years?" Ooh. I just texted him yesterday about something, and I said, I always say in PS, I'm sorry I chop blocked you all those times.
We're never gonna ask him that next time he comes on, Jamie.
He gets so mad. I'm like,
no, I hit him up last night. Eric Weddle, of course, just is on here every Monday, and he's cussing me out right now because he's on his way back from Vegas. He did all night, didn't get a room, just stayed up the whole day, met with his agent, chilled, hung out, and then just got on the flight here at 6 this morning. I drove back last night. He wanted me to stay with him. I'm like, dude, I couldn't get back home. I got Matt Burke on. So I was like, so Matt, let me ask you though, we were talking about in-depth conversations last night, all these legends and all these different guys and current guys too. We were talking with, all these NFL guys that we were talking about. And the difference between the game now and what it was. And, some very critical guys were talking, critical conversations last night about, some certain people painting their nails nowadays and all these things. And nobody was clowning, but everybody was like, it's a different era. You would have been ostracized painting your nails in an NFL locker room as a quarterback, a lineman, whoever, right? Nowadays, it's accepted because I think we all want the money, the bag, they say, for all these different guys now. And they're all in the same accord. Whereas before, it was I don't care if you get your money. I'm getting mine, and I'm going to wreck shop. I'm going to dominate you. Now it's more of a friendly environment is what the census was. And that's kind of showing on the field. You get lackluster effort. A lot of people are talking about Chase Young's effort in the championship game. They're showing it this morning on ESPN. Effort from, we've seen certain receivers this year not block for running back because they're saying they don't want to get hurt. And it's like, what is going on in the NFL? Why has it become this? Just money?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. I mean, the money's so big now, right? I mean, you look at how it goes. It's like hockey stick, how fast the money increases. So everybody's a brand. I don't know. When I played, I retired in 2013. So social media was just coming, kind of rising to prominence. I was like, why would you guys be on social media? That's stupid. Oh, no, I'm on social media.
I didn't even know about Twitter.
Right. But yeah, back then, no, it's like you said, there were nobody saw themselves as a brand, maybe like the top 10 guys in the league. They did the car commercials and whatever.
Yeah, Peyton Manning and them had a commercial. Other than that,
yeah, you were like, that's cool. They deserve it. They're making millions off the field. The rest of us, yeah, we're just maybe I could get. I mean, I remember I had a car dealer here locally who let me drive a car. I sign autographs at the dealership like once a month. I was like, that's pretty big time. Now, guys, they're like, I'll just buy a car. I don't need a free car.
College kids are doing it now, Matt. College kids are getting those cars.
Yeah, well, no. Jeez. So, yeah, I mean, I think that the money's gotten so big, and when the money gets big, then all these other people come around the game, right? Used to be you had an agent, and that was it. Now you got an agent, you got a marketing guy, you got a social media director, it's just these guys have entourages. So, yeah, that's part of it. But to your point, it was. I remember the first year I made the Pro Bowl, and I was really young, third year in the league, first year starting. It's like I made the Pro Bowl. That's awesome. And back then, this is 2000. Everybody went to the Pro Bowl. Mm-hmm. Like nobody didn't go. Like our starting quarterbacks were Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Michael Vick. Like nobody didn't go. Now nobody goes, right? But back then, like you made it to the Pro Bowl, you went. It meant something. And I remember going over there. And I was like, okay, Johnny Randall. Now he's my teammate. He made the team. But then like Warren Sapp, Leroy Glover. I was like, man, I was on the field. We were telling each other in no uncertain terms what we were going to do to each other,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now it's like, I'm like, what's this going to be like? Because I didn't know. And even though you're cool, to your point, JB, there's still a little bit of tension because you're just like, okay, yeah, we can be cool for now, but no week's over. Like we ain't cool no more.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I got it. Like, but yeah, I think nowadays, because of everything, the connectivity and everything, the guys there, it's more of like
they talk on these.
Yeah, it's just it's more of they talk a lot to each other. It's kind of like a club, and I don't know. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's no question.
Let me ask you this thing. I know on this show we spent like the whole season having discussions about the product, just the NFL product not being the way it used to be. And I know JB, obviously, I'm 30 years old, so I'm the young guy on the show. Always,
I got kids almost as old as
I'm always defending the young folks, man. But obviously JB comes from a different perspective, which I respect. You being a veteran, NFL veteran for so long, like, do you look at the product today on the field and think that like this is bad football?
I don't want to say it's bad football. I mean, it's certainly not as physical as it used to be for two reasons. One, well, listen, it's all driven by college, right? So whatever schemes they're running in college, that's what's going to end up going to the NFL because you're getting quarterbacks that are developed in these systems. So it doesn't make any sense to have a read option guy, spread them out and bring them into the pros and have them run, 7-step drop back from under center. It just doesn't make any sense. That's not smart business. But the run game, it's just kind of everything sideways, run, cover a guy up, let the back find his way. I mean, I always said if I ran a team, I'll answer make sure I answer your question.
Yeah.
If I ran a team, everybody kind of tries to do it the same way. And I'd say I would do just the opposite because everybody's trying to find. That's why I love like my Ravens. At least they said, hey, everybody's looking for the franchise quarterback to drop. There's only like 10 of those guys that exist in the world. So instead of trying to find the next Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, let's draft this Lamar Jackson and just try to do it different. New formula. So if I was I would get like 4 tight ends. I'm talking those tight ends that like they maybe catch like 3 balls a year.
Yeah.
They come in the game. You're running 2 tight ends, 3, maybe a fullback,
22 personnel. 23.
Yeah, man. Like, let's run some power. Let's run power and counter.
Yeah.
Let's just do it because nobody wants those guys. Nobody wants that. I mean, I played with a tight end in Minnesota forever. His name was Jim Kleinsaucer.
Oh,
Jimmy. Jimmy could catch the ball. He was an athlete, but
play fullback, tight end. You can move him around.
I mean, we ran the crap out of the ball. One year we were 6-10, and we led the league in rushing. Do you know how hard that is? Because if you're 6-10, you're losing a lot of games. But we led the league in rushing, and one of the big reasons was Jim Kleinsaucer at tight end. 9 technique didn't matter. He could hold up against the run by himself, especially run outside zone, and we would just run the crap out of the ball. And you don't see that anymore. Just almost every tight end that comes in the league now, right? They're glorified wide receivers, and it's great because our quarterbacks love to find their tight end and check it down to them or hit them with the option route. But so, I mean, I'd do it. I try to do it totally different. Sort of try to bring back that old time football. It probably wouldn't work, but is it better? Is it worse? I feel like, for my taste, it's not as entertaining as it used to be. Although I do think, the rule changes are probably good too, which has taken some of the physicality out of the game. But to me, it's not, when I played, safeties could lay guys out coming across the middle.
Right.
To me, that's not a football play. There's nothing heroic or like doesn't make you a man if you lay a guy out and he doesn't know you're there. He doesn't see you coming. You're trying to catch a ball. And to me, that's not, like I said, I always think it's football. It's man whoop a man game, and let's and that's what we want. We want those individual battles. But I like that part being out of the game. But yeah, just kind of this run and shoot, the wide receiver screens, all that stuff. It just doesn't really. I'd rather see ISO, but that's okay.
Right. That's a prep as a lineman. Listen, I get it, but one thing I feel like that hasn't changed. Just like, listen, you could change the rules. Things will change to benefit the quarterback, the skill positions, etc. But up front, we're still going at it. D lineman, O lineman, mono against mono. There's been a couple rules, with cut blocking, things like that have been changed, of course. But overall, at the end of the day, man, power is power. ISO is ISO. Inside zone is inside zone. Like up front, in my opinion, the linemen are still going at it to the same degree. Am I wrong?
I'd say same degree. It's just I don't think the run game is quite as physical as it used to be.
Gotcha.
Now it's more sideways. Like I think a lot of guys they just run outside zone. And you're running it out of like 3 wides or 4 wides even, and just run and kind of cover a guy up. Whereas the old days, you did some outside zone, but you also had ISO and power and
right.
and like you got to get movement. You got to take that D lineman. So you're D lineman. So when that guard and tackle come down on you, boy, if you got pushed 3 yards back in the lap of the linebacker, that hurt. But what's going to hurt worse is when you went over to the sidelines or you watched the film the next day and that coach. Yeah, like that's a no-no, right?
Yeah.
But we would always say deposit that 3 technique in the lap of the linebacker. And that's what's kind of that's what's missing from the game today. And as an offensive lineman, I kind of miss that a little bit. But,
hey, Matt, get the D lineman and linebacker depth was our key. Get the D lineman to the linebacker level. Like that was number one for us, the combos and all that. I got to. This is kind of to your point, and I appreciate you coming on here before you get out of here on the Friday before the Super Bowl. Kleinsaucer, the fullback from the All Scots and everybody that we don't have anymore. Like that addition to the run game is gone, which is obviously going to soften the game if that's the word we're going to use. There's no more inserting. There's no more whamming the 3 tech with a 250-pound fullback or whatever, 270. We don't do it anymore.
The Ravens the Ravens and the Niners are the only 2 teams that kind of they try to flirt with it, but not the same level.
Who's checked? He's my Harvard brethren. He ain't whamming. He's an athlete. Now, Patrick Ricard from the Ravens, 295, 300 pounds, converted D lineman into a fullback. That's what I'm talking about.
They're having to do that. They're having to do that, though, because there is no fullback anymore. There's no fullback volunteering at high school level to play fullback anymore. So
nobody runs it.
Yeah, nobody runs it. And to your point, like The tight end is also going that direction because the tight end is now basically a wideout, a big freakish wideout. And that's what you see with the Kelseys and all these guys. There ain't no inline blockers no more. Kittle can do it, but do they really ask him to spend his time there? Like, we don't see the old school, dig out the 7, go scoop the 9. Like, tight ends aren't doing it no more. They're releasing, they're chipping for 1 second, and then they're getting the flat. And they're getting them the ball because they're freaks and they're athletic. They can go vertical. They're a mismatch nightmare for a stiff safety or a backer. And that's why you see the backers getting smaller, in my opinion. You see the strong safeties becoming obsolete, in my opinion. I think you're going to have 4 corners back down in the secondary pretty soon because they can't hit anyway. Why you need a safety that's stiff? He can't hit you. Yeah. So interesting times we're in.
To your point real quick, I could talk ball all day. You just cut me off. You just get me out of here. But I remember talking to NFL personnel guys. I mean, so there's a lot of tight ends that coming out of college, they never line up in line. And there's a lot of offensive tackles that are coming out of college. They've never been in a 3-point stance.
I know.
And so the point is, you get what you get, right? So if I'm a pro team, and these are the guys that are coming out, then I've got to do, I got to work to their skill set or what they do. Or I drafted this guy because if I want to do 22 personnel, I'm not going to draft this tackle. The guy played left tackle at Oklahoma, where they throw the ball 50 times a game out of 5 wides. It just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. And again, and everything, it kind of it'll swing back and forth. I mean, if somebody starts to have success running a fullback again, then you know what the NFL is going to do. Everybody's going to go try to develop fullbacks and copy them because that's what they do. But right now, the way that the rules are, I mean, I think the toughest position to play right now in the NFL, bar none, is D-back, because I don't know how you try to cover anybody with these rules. And I hate the back shoulder throw. It actually, when you call pass interference on a back shoulder throw, it actually rewards a bad throw.
Yeah.
I know the good guys do it on purpose, but it's like I'm running stride for stride with a guy and the quarterback underthrows him and he comes back to the ball and I get flagged. It's not fair. It's not right. And I also think it's not good for the game, because I do think the whole, listen, teams aren't dumb. Players aren't dumb. Coaches know I'll throw it up in the end zone, throw it in the corner, and make the official make a call, right?
Third down, especially, right? Third down saves guys. Yeah. So
that's unfortunate, but hey, it's still a great game. Still, at the end of the day, the NFL is entertainment. That's all it's there for. And you want to bet on it to add to your entertainment value, go for it. But I love high school football and youth football. That's what my kids are in now. That's what I coach, and I love that because to me, that's where I learned a lot about life. And today more than when I was a kid, I was soft as a kid, but our kids these days, they need that. They need to get knocked on their ass a little bit, literally. And they need to get yelled at. They need to fail, and then they need to succeed, and they need to know what it's like to be a good teammate. All those things. They need to do hard things. And so it's a good game. Our high school team runs. Hey, we run veer. Yeah, we going right at it. We don't.
Oh,
we take the air out of the ball just cause.
Hey, that's ISO without blocking the tackle. The DN, right? Read the DN. That's ISO, man.
You gotta read the DN or the 3 tech, depending on how you run it, man. Nah, I love it.
Hey, man, we ran veer to an odd front. We down the center, pull the backside guard, and I still called it veer though. You can call it power if you want, but shit, we're gonna figure it out against the odd front. Georgia Tech did it for years under Paul Johnson. They'd fold the backside on a veer versus an odd front just because it's so hard to get that backside backer and different things that an odd would give you. To your point, though, let me ask you something real quick about tackles and O-line play versus D-line before you get out of here. I have a theory. We were talking about this last night in Vegas with all these guys. We're lining up in Jet 9 stances back to the original discussion here. The game has, let's say, softened. We used to line up, head up, a little shaded outside, a little true 5 technique in the game because of what? We didn't want to get wrong arm. We want to get friction. We want to collapse the gap. Now we're in wide air ghost 9s out here because we're just jet rushers. We're jet stance rushers. We're not going to block anybody. I believe it's hurt the game, not only pass protection wise, but the physicality of it. We're no longer engaging anything, taking on a fullback, kicking him out, because there is no fullback kicking him out. So, like we were talking about last night, it was interesting. We're talking about it right now. Like this, is that something that is real? Because like pass rushers are just pass rushers nowadays. Before they used to have to take on the run. They used to have to worry about, getting kicked out, trapped.
Listen, some of these DNs, these guys coming out, and they're getting drafted. They're 245 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were telling me when I played the DN weighs 245, guess what? He's in trouble. He's in trouble because we're putting the right tackle and the tight end on him, and he's going for a ride. Yeah, I mean, to your point, it has the best DNs, right? That's a marquee position. The best DN I ever played against. I mean, it was Reggie at the end of his career. I was old enough. I remember clips of Reggie, but the best DN that I really ever saw up close was Michael Strahan. And I say that because Michael Strahan's game started with physicality. And, all the pass rusher guys always lined up on our left. He played on our right. So he was playing, whether it be a 7 or a 9 all the time. And that guy, he could play. He was just as good on the run as he was the pass. And that's how you had to be back then. But yeah, to your point, Coach, it's just that's the way it's gone now. And until somebody tries to exploit that, which I think you can, but until somebody tries to exploit that, right, you're still going to see it. And it's just human nature. I mean, DN is a position where you kind of get to, in today's game where we're talking, 3-4 wides, you get to kind of dictate the physicality. Like if I'm a DN, if I'm lining up wide, I get to decide, do I want to try to run through you? I'm going to try to run around you. And these smaller guys, right, it's all about speed, and they'll just take an edge and work not even half of a guy, but like a quarter of a guy. And there's just not a lot of physicality until so let's do this. Next coaching cycle, let's put our names in. We'll be a package deal, okay? Package deal. Like, hey, and you know what? If I had an NFL coach making $5 million a year, look, you get 3 for 1, right? We'll split the $5 million, right? That's enough for me.
Yeah.
We'll split it even, and let's bring back. Let's go find those tight ends that doesn't want to be in a 2-point stance.
I like this deal. I like this.
Let's give it a try. I mean, you're telling me like Chicago or Washington or somebody like, hey guys, it ain't working. You got nothing to lose trying it our way. We don't need any high-priced free agents.
Hey, Smitty, you see that shot at Chicago he took in a rival?
Whatever, man. Like, let's go somewhere and say this thing's broken. We're either gonna break it more or we're gonna fix it. But
hey, Matt, we got a fan favorite that is loyal to the show. He wanted to drop in and ask a question real quick. He's a Viking enthusiast. He's got a question for you. His name's Joe. Real quick, Joe, ask away.
What's up,
Hey,
Joe?
man, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Got 2 quick things. Cretin-Durham Hall, you're a 1994 grad. I graduated from Anoka in 1994.
Oh,
so 2 years before that, you came up to our house and played a little scrimmage.
Oh yeah.
One of my first questions is, whatever happened? I went to the Navy after after high school. So thanks for everything you do with the heritage bags. Whatever happened to Carl McCullough? He was like the greatest running back I ever seen in my life.
So, first of all, I remember that scrimmage. That'd be a 4-way scrimmage. It was us, Anoka, Blaine, and Cambridge. So we were the
Blaine was up there, and we were getting killed by you and Blaine.
Yeah. And you guys, you're a huge public high school. We're just those Catholic school boys. You guys you guys use words we never heard before.
We saw Carl, and he was like 6'4" brother.
Carl
comes up to Anoka, which is like a brother area. And we all going, and he ran right over us, and it's a big part because of you. So
Carl went to Wisconsin, was having a great career, had a great career.
Yeah.
But then a guy named Ron Dane showed up at Wisconsin and kind of supplanted Carl. But Carl made the NFL for a while. Carl was a superstar in college, in high school.
He was good. He was great.
Great dude, though. Great guy.
Yeah,
And by the way, just real quick, 93 state basketball champion. Defeated Anoka. I'm just saying, state champ.
Yeah, we had a big goofy guy that was like 6'7", Matt Adler, if you remember that man.
Yes, That's right. I was riding the bench. I didn't see any time on that team anyway.
I told Coach I'm a weatherman, so I'm going to keep it brief real quick.
Right.
You got drafted in 1998, probably one of the greatest seasons I saw as a Vikings fan. My question to you is not that season, because obviously we know that the wind was like 40 miles per hour in the Metrodome for Gary's kick in the NFC Championship. The next season, Randall Cunningham was the starting quarterback to start the season. About 5 games in, he got benched for Jeff George. What was it like in the scene from the season before with Randall going, say, ape shit with Randy and everybody like that, to what happened in 1999, and how did everything get turned over like that quickly? And that's my last question. JB, you're the man. Thank you very much.
All right, Joe. Thanks.
Great question, Joe. Real quick. I mean, 98, the Vikings it was lightning in a bottle. Brad Johnson was a starting quarterback. He goes down. Randall Cunningham comes in. Oh, by the way, we had this other rookie named Randy Moss who was pretty good and kind of took the league.
Pretty good, I think.
Kind of took the league by storm. 17 touchdowns his rookie year. Like, who catches 17 touchdowns any year, but especially his rookie year? But you know what? Coaches aren't dumb. So 98 offseason, everybody looks around and says, I think we can kind of slow the Vikings down this way. And we benched Cunningham at halftime in Detroit, and Jeff George comes in. And I'm like, Jeff George? I mean, Jeff George had the worst. First of all, I love Jeff George. Worst physique ever. Like this, just no muscle tone. And the way this guy would throw the ball, the way it would come out of his hand, it was like, oh my gosh, like, how does he do that? And he came in and we went on a run and ended up losing to the champion Rams eventually, like in the divisional round. But yeah, it's a game of adjustments, as you know. People see what you're trying to do.
A good friend of mine, Sean Salisbury, played for the Vikings for a while. He always comes on and messes with me. He's like, hey, I'm 3-0 versus Elway, by the way. 1 in college, 2 in the NFL. And he loved his time in Minnesota. He always talks about him and McMahon there together. And so they always talk about just the same type of shit, man, that we're talking about, just the game.
And by the way, Jeff George went to the greatest high school in the world.
Here we go,
Warren Central, Indianapolis, Indiana, my high school, legend right there. Number 1 overall draft pick from my high school. I just want to throw that out there.
He could sling it, man. He could sling
it. He had the point on the ball, like him and Kurt Warner, they put the tip of their finger on the top of the ball. You ever knew that?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to throw it like that now when I'm with my kids.
Like this.
Yeah.
I could never. I saw him and Kurt Warner throw the ball like that. I was like, how do you fucking throw it like that? I don't know. He can sure do it though.
I got some boys that are still pretty little. Maybe I'll teach them to throw it that way.
Hey, last thing. I know you got to go, man, but I got to ask you this real quick. You're a former Raven as well. Can the Ravens win with the way that they play? Like, can they win with Lamar? I'm a big Lamar Jackson guy. Me and JB, we kind of go at it. JB likes Lamar as a person and off the field, all that. But just the playing style, he doesn't really fully believe in that.
I'll answer for him. No, they can't.
I got to ask Matt, though. I want to talk to Matt specifically.
I think so. I think what happened last time, I don't know what the Ravens were doing last time. Here's what I think happened. They were rolling. I mean, they went out to San Fran and whooped them by 30. They whooped the Dolphins by 30. Like, the Ravens didn't have a game for like 2 months, and and you kind of get into that mode. It's not easy, but you go out there and you're just used to having like everything working and having success and blowing people out. And Kansas City wasn't having any of that. And I think Kansas City comes out, drives it right down their throats, and scores. You're kind of like, whoa. And then the Ravens go 3 and out. And I think the Ravens got a little bit nervous. I think the coaches got away from the run. I think Lamar got a little bit nervous because so much was made of, him and in the playoffs. And like, it was almost like he probably put too much pressure on himself. Like, I got to do this. I got to prove everybody wrong. I got to beat Mahomes. And I think that sometimes you try harder and harder. It just gets worse and worse. And then they lost their composure, some bad penalties. And I think they can. And I'll say that because I'm going to tell you something. I mean, John Harbaugh is the best coach I've ever been around. And I say that first and foremost because John's a leader of men. He knows how to handle guys. He knows how to handle his team. I guarantee you they are not discouraged. They're not feeling sorry for themselves. They're already moving on and saying, this is all things we learned from this and can't wait till next year. And he means it. So my money's on Lamar. But They better come through. They better come through next time. Otherwise, we might have a problem.
Hey, Matt, I've been hearing they better come through for 7 years.
Oh my God.
You know what? Everybody was saying Joe Flacco. Joe can't do it. Can't win the big one. And guess what? He won the big one.
Talk to him, Matt.
JB. Everybody says that guy. He can't win the big one till what?
Until they do it, man. Until they do it.
It's fine. We appreciate the hate. We appreciate the constructive criticism. We will take it. We're okay. And I don't know if I'll be back between now and whenever, but when Lamar does it, you better have me back.
Matt, I love you, man. You come back whenever you want to on this show. Hour, 3 hours, whatever you want to do, Matt. The floor is yours.
You want me to replace Coach? You want me to just we go Burke and Smitty?
Hey, it's gonna be the coach. It's gonna be the Matt Burke show with Big Smitty.
Hey, maybe you guys could talk about 2-4 in the playoffs then. 2-4 record. Hey, Matt, man, it's much love. We got to do it again, and hopefully we can meet up soon, man, and we'll hang out. But appreciate you coming on, man. Everybody follow go get you some bags today until Valentine's Day. All the women in the chat love it. It's Valentine's gift for your husband or your husband getting you one. But go check it out. It's on the ticker below. And make sure you go get a bag today. Matt, man, who you got in the Super Bowl? You got to go out with a bang. Who are you taking?
I can't for the life of me envision a headline that says Brock Purdy defeats Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I think Purdy's great. I really do. But Mahomes showed me something in that Ravens game. I mean, I think this guy, he's got that thing, he's got that thing and that dog in him that it's something. He'll find a way. He'll figure out a way. And so him and the Chiefs and Andy Reid, and then we'll be talking about dynasty and best ever and all that stuff. And then that'll even make it even all that sweeter when Lamar whoops his ass next year. Let's go, Smitty. Let's go.
It's a great Friday.
Hey, Matt, much appreciate you, man. Enjoy the game this weekend, and we'll hook up again soon. Best of luck with the bags. Great idea. Great thing. You and Mr. Irvine. So shout out to you guys, and we'll be talking soon, man, hopefully.
Appreciate it, guys. It was fun.
All right, Matt. Take care. Matt Burke, everybody, clap it up. Pound the like button. Clown the like button. Much love, Coach McFadden. Yes, all you guys going over there, man. All you veterans especially. We are in crazy times anyway. We got a guy that's running the country. Big Smitty, we got all kind of crazy shit. We probably can't post any video, but Tucker Carlson went over and interviewed Putin.
Man, I haven't watched the full interview yet. I've seen a few, and that's the clips I saw. Putin did his homework on Buddy. He was calling his ass out. He said, I heard you wanted to go. You wanted to go to motherfucking this, that, and the third. He kind of caught him off guard. He was
I've heard all kind of shit about Putin though. Like they say that we ain't ever talked to him. That's the problem. We only listen to old boy over here in Ukraine. We don't get to hear from old boy, which is I think the definition of journalism.
Yeah.
And now I heard they put a little hit on him, Tucker. You heard about that?
I ain't hear that part. Be careful on that.
You know, my boy PP, him and Trump are boys, and Trump and Carlson are boys, and they're not even letting them fly home, right?
I didn't know that.
Europe's putting a flight ban on them. Ukraine put a hit on him. Like, dog, it smells of. We were watching the Putin thing when we got to listen to a little bit of it. I was like, that motherfucker sure speaks better than our motherfucker. I'll tell you that. Like he was like,
yeah, no, it was direct, clear. I hear you. I saw a few clips. I don't know.
But look, back in the day though, just keeping it real. It's all correlated. It's all correlated to me. Like football, we're talking about football, how soft it's cotton and da-da-da-da. Ain't no way. Cats over here on this side. We would have been like, fuck that motherfucker, you interviewing who? Nowadays, it's like, we got cats over here talking about how they like Putin. That would have never, ever happened, Smitty. We would have never been talking like this, ever.
Well, you wouldn't have heard the people who thought.
Well, maybe you're right.
Maybe you didn't have Twitter. I'm telling you, JB, ain't nothing new under the sun, man. This is what we see. We hear everything. Imagine if the world is what it is, but there's no social media right now. You have no idea about a lot of shit. you just wouldn't know. You would have no idea. So it seemed to y'all as if people didn't think this way or thought this way because you just didn't hear it. Now everyone got this, and in a split second, I can put out my opinion about something. Or if I'm emotional about something, I can say how I feel right there in that current moment, even if that's not how I truly believe about a certain topic or subject. I don't think there's nothing new under the sun. I just think we see everything now. That's my opinion, though.
Yeah, well, we've been saying that. We've been saying, we record everything you see. Because I ain't seen no kid run into a store and grab 28 phones, right? I ain't seen it.
You didn't see it, but I know my motherfucker was stealing. I know you used to steal. People told me about you.
Yeah. But I never got caught. I stole a bunch of phones that don't even work. Like, homie, ignorance is life-threatening, bro. So just imagine that cat got smoked by a cop for stealing 38 phones or whatever that don't even work. Like, ignorance, dog, is life-threatening, bro. I'm just telling you. And then, motherfucker took all those phones, his fingerprints on all the glass he touched. He had no glove on, but he had a mask on. Then he got into a car that had a license plate showing everybody.
And I saw some online that was like, bro, you still in tracking devices. They're going to just track, his phone. They're just going to track the phones. Yeah,
it's crazy. Man, shout out to Max Crosby. Got to kick it with Big Max yesterday. Chopped it up with Big Max for a while. He great dude. We obviously been on the show. I got to get him back on. He said anytime. He's doing his own show now too. Yeah. So I might be going on his show. He do a show out there.
Hey, tell him put me on, man. We both played in the MAC. He a little younger than me, but I think right when I was graduating Ball State, he was at Eastern Michigan. We in the same division. Set it up. See, JB he don't connect. I'm a connector. I bring people together. So a lot of my Ball State homies are homies with my Naptown people because I brought them together. Shout out to my brother Jujak. Shout out to my brother Sheldon. Them two are very close friends now. I was the glue that connected those two together. I'm the type of guy. If I see opportunity for JB, I'm gonna put him on. Even when he's not in the room, he don't even know the conversations I'm having. That's when you were real. He don't even know the conversation I'm having behind the scene. I'm like, yeah, my boy JB. Oh, you know what? I think JB will be perfect fit for your brand. Boom, 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 boom. Let me connect you. JB he be with the top. He be with the high rollers. He don't tell him Big Smitty got an event next Wednesday. He trying to get sponsorship. He don't put your boy on. What I'm trying to say, Sean Waffle, Coach McFadden, Brian Roach. I don't know.
I'm so burnt out and exhausted from putting people on. Who put me on? I had to go be the one to go do all the shit. Anyway, we were talking yesterday with Max Crosby. All I know is this: we had a good conversation. And Max Crosby kicked it with brothers. Cats look at Max like a brother.
He ain't a brother, but like he a real one, though.
Why you got one vote? Miles Crosby got 44. Max got better stats in every category, played more games, same amount of Pro Bowls. Why was it 44-1 vote? Racist? Racist show? Why CMC had 0 votes for MVP? 0 votes for MVP? What the fuck are we talking about, Smitty?
Well, it was only one outside vote. Lamar almost went unanimous again.
Which is crazy.
Which he should have won because he should have won unanimous. There was no other option this year. We understand that the
quarterback wasn't an option.
No, not for MVP, bro.
What?
One, he missed time, number one. Number two, motherfucker, he wasn't even the MVP ahead of his own quarterback.
What?
No. Listen, hear me out. I'm talking about the actual odds itself. I'm not talking the actual, past the midway point of the season. We were having conversations about, is Brock Purdy the MVP? He was in a conversation, bro. I'm not making this up. With the Ravens, ain't no conversation. It wasn't no Odell MVP. It wasn't no Patrick Ricard MVP. It wasn't Mark Andrews MVP. It was Lamar. Everything goes through Lamar. So although his stats wasn't amazing this year, most of the other quarterback stats wasn't amazing this year. But we knew that offense and that system all went through Lamar. And when you have the best team in the league, in the NFL, and you are the catalyst, the leader, and everything's going through you, bump what the stats are. I know football. I watch the tape. The shit is going through you, which everything's not going through these other people that y'all think should have got a vote. And that's what it is. CMC, Offensive Player of the Year, all that, best running back in the league, but he's not about to win MVP. And MVP is a quarterback award anyway. Y'all know that. Let's keep it a bean. For a running back to win, you got to go Adrian Peterson level. You got to get to 2,100 yards, just rushing, not counting the total. Like, you got to do some amazing stuff. So CMC was never going to win, JB. And come on, let's just keep it a bean.
Man, we were talking with some major cats yesterday, dog. I'm just going to tell you, it's funny when I bring up the stats that were so mid.
Yeah, it was that year. I agree. We know
For a guy to win a unanimous, though. See, that's the thing you're not listening to.
He did win unanimous.
A guy that threw 24 touchdowns, Smitty, unanimous. This is clearly a year that somebody else has been in the discussion of winning the MVP all year long. We've been talking about it. This is the year. If somebody else, if a non-quarterback wins it, it's this year. So
shit changed.
I just want to know how it wasn't closer. Like Josh Allen, 1 ball at 50. Like, come on, man.
They barely made the playoffs, JB.
It's a joke.
They had to win the last game to even get in.
Whatever. I thought it wasn't a playoff rule. You talking on the show all the time.
No. I didn't say that. I said they barely even made it, though. You can't be a team that fucking misses the playoffs in a game away. Like, come on, JB, stop. You watch this game and play this game for a long time. They're not going to pick an MVP that's on the borderline of making the playoffs. How are you that valuable in your team barely making the playoffs? That's the whole point. That's why NBA the same way. Kobe didn't win MVP, although we thought he should have because he played the best, but he didn't win because his team was shitty. That's how it's been in MVP. You got to be the best player on the best team. The best player on the best team is how it works.
Touchdowns. This guy threw 24 touchdowns. Finally hit 3,500 yards. Like, dog, this motherfucker. I'm just trying to figure out how it was so one-sided. That's what everybody, dog, black, white, you name it. Everybody in Vegas is like, we love Lamar, but unanimous like that is unbelievable. Hamlin. And this ain't no black-white thing. Hamlin gets that award. Let's take that off the – let's take the award.
We knew that from the beginning of the season. They was going to just give it to him.
But we
don't agree. But
he did not deserve that award. You said it on this show.
Yeah, he didn't do it black and white. Of course not. Of course. But, like, we knew it was going to happen because the situation is what it is.
Let's take it off the board then. Let's call it something else.
I agree. It should be
humanitarian award or some fucking let's call it the recognition award or something. Yeah. But Hamlin beating out Joe Flacco or Brees
Baker or any of them, like
or Baker Mayfield,
but he didn't win though.
Look at the votes, homie. He
didn't win though, did he? Did he win?
Look at that.
Joe Flacco won.
Huh?
Joe Flacco won.
No, but they gave Hamlin the fucking whatever. What is the award they gave him?
I don't know. They didn't win comeback player. I'm about to say I could have sworn I saw Lamar and Flacco hugging, taking a picture because it was the MVP and the comeback. Both
he got comeback player of the year, but I'm talking about Hamlin. Earlier remember like 2 weeks ago, we were talking about Hamlin does not deserve it. He played three.
We were talking about Hamlin winning this award, but he didn't. So we good though.
Yeah, we're not good. We blew up Hamlin the whole season
because we thought he was getting the comeback player of the year award.
He played 3 snaps, Smitty. He shouldn't have been in the discussion, is what I'm saying. Why we were really pushing for him to be the award winner.
It's just optics. That's all it is. He didn't play. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about the votes. He didn't win. So we're good. We agree. The people agree. Joe Flacco won. That's all that matters. Like, I
believe it was because of what we were talking about in Vegas. Like, motherfuckers was taking too much heat. If they wanted to give him that award, no question.
Yeah, but
Cats were in the NFLPA last night were saying Hamlin was getting the award. They weren't even going to vote. And they had to say, no. We're going to take some major heat when the whole unanimous decision came out of Lamar just dominating 49 out of 50 votes and CMC not getting one. CMC also is what? He has 100 receptions. Like, think about CMC off the Niners versus Lamar off the Ravens. It ain't close. We know what CMC does for that team. Let me go to hell no right now because
what you just say?
Huh?
What did you just say? You said look at CMC off the Niners versus.
Yes,
bro. Come on, bro. I've seen CMC off the Niners, and they're in the same fucking place.
They lost 3 games in a row. What are you talking about?
I see the Niners without CMC. They were in the Super Bowl 2020. Same core roster without CMC.
Huh?
I seen the Niners without CMC with the same fucking foundational roster and the worst quarterback, and they were in the same predicament they're in now, the Super Bowl.
CMC went on that team?
That's my point. My point is, we've seen
That was 4 years ago, Smitty. You can't
it's
compare
the
this
same
team to that
foundational
team.
group. You pulled up film from that Super Bowl because you said it's the same.
Two guys on
All
defense.
week you said it's the same core, it's the same
guys.
core they got.
I did not say the same core. I said they got two guys on defense and they got Kittle. How's that the same core?
All right, bro.
Come on. Hold on, though. You got to be kidding me. I just want to go to a hell yeah and a hell no real quick because I think it does matter in this instant. Hell yeah or hell no, CMC will dominate this Super Bowl after being snubbed the way that he feels he was snubbed with 0 votes for MVP.
I'm going to say hell no because the Chiefs defense has been rolling and they know that the key to beating the Niners is to make them throw the ball heavily, stop CMC. So I'm pretty sure that whole fucking scheme, these last two weeks of being able to scheme, is to focus on slowing down CMC and making Brock Purdy beat you. So I'm saying hell no. He'll make some plays. He'll have maybe 70 total yards, 80 total yards. He'll play decent. But he's not going to dominate the game. Yeah, he's not about to dominate because the Chiefs are smart, bro. Who's the DC? I'm having the brain fart. Who's the Chiefs DC legend? Who's the DC? Who the DC for the come on now, beast. That's a beast right there. So I'm just saying, he got 2 weeks to focus on CMC.
One vote, by the way.
Yeah, I see it.
I mean, but I don't get it.
I mean, you only get it's an opinion-based thing. You only get so many votes. So I mean, the Lamar thing, I'm not mad about Lamar getting the 49 versus the 1. It sounds bad. Oh my gosh. But majority of the people were saying Lamar should win MVP. Not because, again, we understand this was a down year from stats. We understand that. But at the end of the day, who else? Who's gonna be MVP? Regular season, when the biggest games, especially at the end of the year, the biggest games that were on the schedule, Lamar played very well to a high level. The Dolphins, supposed to be a big-time matchup, they beat their ass. Lamar threw 5 touchdowns. They played against the Niners, they beat their ass. Lamar had a very clean game, 250-plus yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He had the best thing. So I'm saying, I don't see what's the argument or what's the big hoopla. It wasn't no other option. Josh Allen statistically had a really good year, but we were talking about these guys are going to make the playoffs. My coach almost made the playoffs above it. You know what I'm saying? So we went to the last weekend not knowing what the hell was about to happen. That guy can't be MVP. Okay, who's next? Dak started to lay an egg and started to play shit. Tell me the options. We thought Tyreek Hill would have a chance. He ended up getting hurt, missing games, didn't break the record. CMC went down multiple games. What are we talking about here? So when we talk about MVP, we didn't have no other options. Whether you think Lamar balled out or not, this is what happened. This is what it is. Damar Hamlin didn't win Comeback Player of the Year, so we ain't even got to talk about it. He didn't win, so we're good. I don't see what the issue is. I guess is what I'm saying.
I do, but I guess mediocrity is the new excellence. We got about 35 minutes before Big Jeff Nadu comes on. Big Matt is sick. He texted me. He's sick. He'll be back Monday.
Why y'all sick, man? Shout out to Matt. Hope he get better.
It snows, and he's around kids all the time, working out in a tight environment. You know how it go.
You got to drink some more water, Matt. Drink some water. Start eating right.
Little calcium.
Yeah, a little calcium. A little fucking not Sprite, but a little bit of fucking. You know what I mean? He doing too much of this and he getting sick and shit. Yeah, exactly. He getting sick. Too much of that wild
we're gonna move around on the board for just so we can keep segues and get together here. I wanted to break something down because it was interesting talking to some guys yesterday. But I got to ask you, I took a couple pictures. Bailey, you got a couple pictures? I tried to take some pictures last night in the club. See the man on the right holding in the white T-shirt? Can anybody guess who that is? There he is. Can you make it smaller? You get his head in there? See the guy in the white T-shirt on the right. If anybody could guess who it is, I'll give you a free hoodie. Who is the guy in the white T-shirt? I was sitting in that gray chair. I'm sitting to the one on the left there. and I'm trying to take a picture, like acting like I'm not trying to take it.
JB that weird, like old dude, like you know what I mean, trying to like figure out the
I don't
phone.
give a fuck. I was like, I don't take pictures with everybody that I talk to. Like, I wish I did. Let me ask you. I know the younger generation does, but I'm not thinking that way. But because of what we do now, I wish I do. I wish I had a motherfucker following me, but that's just so weird to me. But I wish we could have took video and pictures of all the shit that, you know, we saw and shit. We can't see that picture. We can't shrink that pictures where his head is.
Somebody already guessed it right, though. Somebody already got it.
Crook County. Is that he the one that got it?
I ain't the first one. Shaden McCoy.
Where's he at? Shaden McCoy got it.
Shaden McCoy. Yeah.
I heard a lot of things from a lot of people last night in there about him. Like, in the room. We're in the room. Like, Ryan Clark and him is right on this side of him at this time behind me. So, you know, I don't like people behind me. And I'm like, behind the wrong one. I heard a lot of stories, dog, coming from some KC fans. By the way, Smitty, shout out. A lot of KC fans watched the show and had nothing but positive things to say about you.
Of course.
A lot of people came up to me and want to take a picture. They're like, Coach, keep keeping it real. Our fan base is delusional. The real ones know. See, that's the thing. In person, I never in person, ever in my life. And I've been in Vegas with 50 million motherfuckers and not one person had something negative to say about it, about what I say. That's crazy, right? Like, isn't that like ironic? Isn't the numbers, aren't the numbers kind of telltale?
People are scary. That's why. If I was a Chiefs fan, I would press your ass if I was a Chiefs fan. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I'll press you over there.
You wouldn't press you. You can't be saying that too. It's funny.
I would. I'm not scared, JB. I'm not scared. I swear to God, I ain't scared, baby.
But this is the thing. You don't know me ever. Yep. All you know from me saying
the TV.
I just talk about the Colts. The Chiefs Queendom is the Colts. Let's just say I'm a Colts, right? I just talk about the Colts.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say JB, I love your shit, dog. I'd love to get on the show with you.
I would at least be like, hey, why you always bashing on my coach?
That ain't really pressing, though. That's just like a good conversation.
I'm not saying we about to throw hands because you talk about the coach. That ain't worth fighting. Like,
I'm not saying that, but I don't even get that, though.
They scared.
I don't even get, JB, you can't even, why you do my team like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I'm like, I'm just laughing about that shit. Like, it wouldn't even be no big deal to me.
People think you really like a scary dude. People scared of you. They think JB really like gangsters. Hey, like really walking around. Yeah, Cole. Like JB out here ain't really like.
He got it. Does he?
What you about to say? And he a Chiefs man. He got the Chiefs hoodie on too.
That motherfucker look like Andy Reid on the bottom. Motherfucker got a stomach where his balls be. Fuck you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? This motherfucker got what do they call that shit? The balloop or whatever?
A falloop? What's a falloop?
A midget? Wait, I don't know.
A little person. We can't lose our account.
They dwarf, no?
Or I don't know. I know you say little person for sure. So a little person, keep going. Ain't that big of a deal. Finish the story. A little person, ain't that big of a deal, JB. God.
I don't want to say little person. I want to say what
I know, but you like that badass kid that that knows better, but just gotta do the shit.
Anyway,
baby, don't leave out that room. I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay, mom. Okay, dad.
All right. Anyway,
leave out the room.
She walked in where he was eating a catch. She was a porn star.
Little person.
Porn star. And everybody was on her. And
did you want her? What you do?
Hell no. Their feet and legs be too fat. So they Pat came in. Pat was with his girls, and they was arguing about like bringing her to the house because Pat was like Pat girl was like what's up? Let's do a little threesome and Oh, it's funny. Hold that in your hand. I need that. Put it in your hand like this. It's not weird. I'm not gonna do no weird shit. We're talking about spinning that motherfucker real fast in your hand, like but you would spin it like this, right?
Yeah.
And it would spit on that motherfucker. We talking about that motherfucker that and you could spit her little ass on that motherfucker like what? You know what I'm saying? They were talking about that's what they wanted to do. It's like a bucket list. They wanted to spin her ass and with her feet off the ground.
You know, it's a real thing. I think it's called spinners or something. Like I was educated about this years ago. I think it's called like a spinner. Actual thing.
Hey, Josh, Smitty don't know about no Saint Laurent.
Man, listen, man, that's what I do. Like
the worst one.
I don't lie about it.
I'm swap meet.
I'm really like that. I got the creed in the other room. I go to work. Everybody, you smell good, Space. Yeah, I know I smell good. It's not on me. It's in me. This is who I am. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
We were spitting that motherfucker.
Jazzy said, I'm hollering at work. Oh my fucking gosh. Don't get fired, Jazzy. Don't get fired, Jazzy. Jazzy, you short too. Jazzy 5'5", 5'4". She be clouded. Don't get fired at work, y'all.
Homie.
Hey, people really be at work watching our show. Do y'all understand this is not like y'all crazy and y'all be having it like loud. Y'all don't have your headphones.
I got teachers that watch it. They got put on mute.
I know, I bet. Or put one.
That's why I tell them don't put it on mute. Break the code. Like get your people to buy in. And I mean, shit. McAfee cuts on ESPN now. Shit, let's go. Hey, Smitty.
Jazzy said she 5'6", JB. She said she's 5'6", slim, thick.
She's more of a, you know what I'm saying? In a way, you can't spin her like
Jazzy,
that.
send us your Instagram. Jazzy said she 5'6", slim, thick, chocolate. That's right up your alley, JB. Belly button pierce. Got a little tramp stab on the back of the lower back. That's the name of what it's called. I'm not saying you. That's the name of what it's called. Come on, JB. Right up your alley, JB.
You saw a text from Marcellus Wiley. He said, we're nasty. You saw your boy Marcellus said.
Marcellus nasty, shoot.
Hey, so look.
That dude. What that mean? That dude.
I'm pulling up to Vegas and I'm talking to Marcellus on the phone. I'm telling him in Vegas and we didn't even know. He didn't know I was on the way to Vegas. I didn't know he was in Vegas. So he's like, man, I'm in Vegas till Sunday. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, where you at? So we bullshitting. And I'm texting Steve. So I call Steve after we hang out. I call Steve. I go, hey, I'm going to scoop you up. We're going to go straight to dinner. I introduced Steve to Mike Jules and him. That's where McAfee and him was. At the Bellagio. So I hadn't even checked in yet. To the Aria. I hadn't checked into my spot. I got my car. My car is really a two-seater. I whipped down there. I wanted to get out. Hit 120, 130, 140, 150. And I get down there, pick Steve up. His homeboy's in the back seat. Like he couldn't fit. So we smashed from there to Bellagio. And I'm like, Steve, it'd be easier because traffic's unbelievable, dog. For me to you, or not for me to you, but like it feels like I could touch you. It's 40 minutes. Yeah, and I'm looking at the Mandalay Bay from my car. Like it's like right there. It's less than a quarter mile.
I can't believe you drove.
Minutes.
I can't believe you drove. That shit nuts.
Hey, so I call Steve. I go, hey, why don't you run across the street at the light? And I just stay pushing straight. I ain't got to go left up in there and get you and all that. Marcellus crazy. So somebody takes a phone. Like, we ain't crossing no street, cuz. And I'm like, fuck is it? I'm like, Steve Kim, who the fuck are you with? Ain't no Steve Kim with no. And it's Marcellus ass. Steve ran into Steve, never met Marcellus. And Marcellus came over there like, man, hey, man, I know you from Whitlock and JV show. And Steve was like, oh, Steve loved Marcellus. And they started chopping up. Marcellus took Steve Kim's phone.
Hey, you was nervous in the motherfucker. He gangbanged on your ass. He said, cuz, you got nervous. You was like, damn, who did I, you know what I mean? Who did I jam up back in the days that didn't found me? That didn't found Steve and put Steve in the headlock.
That's how me and Marcellus, we talk, I know blood, we do that. We do that.
I'm good on both sides. You ain't good on both sides. You good on one side. You good on the red side. You ain't good on the blue side. You know what I mean?
My body count was way back in the day. All right, let's dive into something real quick.
On the snow.
This is this whole segue was from nothing. Like we didn't talk about shit I wanted to talk about on this whole last 5 minutes. But here's what I wanted to say.
That's how the show goes.
We were there with Chiefs and the Niners players and guys that were around, and we were talking to some cats last night. The NFLPA agreed. They made a statement, Smitty, that the 49ers practice facility and field at UNLV is not suitable for practice. They made an announcement. I don't know if you saw, the NFLPA came out and said, we agree the field that the Niners are practicing on at UNLV that we put in is unsuitable. Shanahan came out and said, fuck it, we're going to suck it up. It is what it is. It's too late in the game. Y'all fucked this up because you should have came out here in December. You didn't come out here in December. You came out here fucking 4 days before we got here. You slapped some fucking sod over some turf, and now it's a shit in, right? Yeah. Shit show. My question to you, though, is do you like the fact that Shanahan said we'll suck it up? And is CMC now? Let me add on top of it. I don't know if you've heard the news story. Apparently, every morning, the alarms have been going off in the hotel that the Niners are staying in, and CMC and Bosa have gotten vocal about it and have said the disappointment they're having on this trip. That stinks of high heaven. It's another Taylor Swift and all this shit going on. Why is it all? Why do we ever? My question is this, dog. Long roundabout way. I'm still a little drunk. I don't know. Roundabout way. Why we don't ever hear that the Chiefs have a struggling issue going on? Like in 4 years, the 4 Super Bowls, I ain't never heard the Chiefs had any practice facility issue, no hotel issue, no food, water, everything's fine on the Chiefs side every single year. Why have I never heard? But every year so far, I've heard about the Eagles talking about the field last year, the Niners this year, even the Bucks were talking 2-3 years ago in Tampa. Remember that?
Yeah.
In Tampa, Tampa was like, why the fuck are we our away team in Tampa? It's not away as far as the game, it's neutral, but for practice. And why is everything going on only for the Chiefs? I'm just trying to figure it out, man.
I mean, you think it's a conspiracy?
I'm trying to stay away from that shit, but we talk about it on the show quite a bit. It's like getting like wouldn't you? I'm just keeping it real. You and I are on the Niners team that we're playing. I'm a coach. You're a player. Let's just say you're a veteran, 30 years old now. I'm the coach. I'm the head coach. You're the At some point, Shanahan, I believe, addressed the team and said, "Fuck it. We're out there again. They want these motherfuckers to win." Like, do you take that approach? Like, would you take that? Would you be cool if I took that approach? Like, they want these motherfuckers to win. Fuck it. There's no excuses. We ain't making no fucking excuses. I don't care about the field having lines in it. Dog, we drove by UNLV field, bro. And from the street, Smitty, the fucking
it's like uneven-ish.
Homie, it is bad, homie. I was like, damn, I couldn't get a video. They got the tarp shit there. You couldn't get a video of it because it's locked up. They don't want you to see in there. Dog, the fucking grass is bad at UNLV. The practice where they're practicing is fucked up. I'm going to tell you right now.
It might make you tougher, though. It might make them more ready for the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, just also, like you said, like, fuck it. They gotta do all this to make us lose. That means they must be scared of it. I remember in high school, it was multiple times when if we had like a team that we were playing that, you know, we just outmatched. We had better athletes. We would come to their field. It'd be a away game. And the field be muddy, soaking wet, nasty. And we're like, damn, it didn't even rain last night. Like, how the hell did the field get like that? Because they're trying to slow us down to make it more of an even playing field, you know what I'm saying? And to give them a better chance at, like, actually beating us, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I've been in a position before where in the high school level where there's things that have been done to try to slow us down. But then the day, I think you should use it to your advantage from a mental standpoint. Like, damn. Even if this is not true, it's almost like how Michael Jordan used to like make up shit to motivate himself. I would use this shit as like fuel as the head coach and be like, hey, man, these motherfuckers, they're scared of us. They got to put us on this shitty field. They got alarms going off. These dudes are scared of us. We are the better team. We are the dominant team. We don't need all the bells and whistles. We at the end of the day, man, all these guys in the NFL, they were once in high school and middle school and didn't have money, and they played on shitty conditions and shitty fields. Sometimes you got to take yourself out of your fucking all your riches and your silk shirts and silk sheets, and you got to go back to the hood and remember what built you and what made you. So I think being in this environment could be a benefit to the Niners to really tap into that space and go out here and playing like dogs.
It's hard to take that route in this instance because I've always taken that route, and I agree with you. That's the norm for cats like us, but we're in the NFL, Smitty. This is the cream of the crop. We got the best facilities, the most money, the best shit. We get catered to everything, food, catered, money, cars, everything. Why should they have to deal with something totally different than the other team on a neutral field?
It's like Rocky. What was it, Rocky 4?
Yeah,
when
but that's
Rocky,
not the same.
Rocky was in the snow doing the staying in the
Rocky was coming from what we talking about. The Niners ain't coming from that. They in the NFL too.
I'm saying the Niners. No, at that point, Rocky already had money, so he was fucking getting soft. So he went through the snow and he said, "Fuck, I'm about to get to it. I'm about to grind." The Russian or whatever was all the nice equipment, all this looked all pretty and stuff. But who won that fight? Who won that battle? JB. I watched the movie. You watched the movie. The chat watched the movie. Rocky won the fight. And I'm actually starting to lean a little bit more towards the Niners. We ain't made our picks yet, but I'm starting to lean a little bit towards the Niners now that I'm hearing this more information because I think they're going to be mentally ready. I seen Brock Purdy face during the day one, and Brock Purdy was over there like, ain't no jokes, ain't no fucking laughing.
Hey, Rocky, my favorite movies of all time. Favorite series of all time, but it's a movie. This is real shit right here we're talking about. This real shit in this motherfucker that we should not be talking about. This should be an even playing field. NFL, it looks like a joke to me. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, the Niners ain't fighting Drago. They're fucking playing the Chiefs that they all get the button. They get big money.
That's Drago. That's big. That's fucking Mahomes. That's Mahomes goal. That's Andy Reid goal. That's them.
We got a lot to discuss. I want to go through a few things for you. We'll take a couple of these things and talk about it real quick. One of them, speaking of the Chiefs, EB made an appearance before they played the Ravens in the Chiefs locker room and broke down a few plays and kind of got the guys fired up. Tony and several other players came out and said, man, we used to not really like him, always yelling. He used to cuss us out, yell at coaches, blah, blah, blah. He goes, after seeing EB coming in there, break a certain play down for us against the Ravens, I miss him. I miss the yelling. I miss the cussing. Players came out and said it. And this is my point I've always been saying, like, my players didn't like me at the time or whatever, but they sure respect me now. We've had him on the show. Cats always talk about, like, EB's always going to take care of his guys too, but just because you yell and cuss and all that shit, doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean anything unless you're, I think cats really know if a dude is just a straight up out to get me, fuck me over. Blah. That ain't EB. And I think these players now see it. The point of this whole conversation is he hasn't been scooped up yet. The Commanders fired him. Is Bieniemy a Chief again next year?
Yeah, it'll be a Chief again. And that's why he took the risk, because Andy probably told him behind the scene, hey, man, go ahead and try to grow. At the end of the day, you always got a home here. It's kind of like, that kid who, the mom spoils them. I'll say me, like, worst case scenario. Like, if I just wife leaves me, I get fired at the job, JB take me out the show, I can always go back to the crib with Mom Dukes. And I think that's kind of what it is with Eric B. and Andy Reid. They've built a real strong friendship, I think, beyond just the coaching side. And again, I'm not saying, like, I think Eric Bieniemy definitely, he can coach. There's factors and things that he brings to the table that are inspiring, motivational, play installation. But I think this is the perfect sign, though, an example of the grass isn't always green on the other side. And I respect Eric Bieniemy for taking the chance on himself and betting on himself. It didn't work out. And I just think he should go back to the Chiefs, win a couple more Super Bowls, potentially, or at least be in that mix, build his name up. And who knows, man? People like you think Andy Reid's going to retire. I don't know. Maybe Eric Bieniemy becomes the head coach of the Chiefs in a couple of years because it's just an easier.
I can see Spagnuolo taking the job and Bieniemy coming there, co-OCing with Nagy, because Nagy's an Andy Reid guy. I don't know what they do with Nagy. Are they going to move Nagy just to straight QBs, bring EB back as OC, titled OC?
Right.
We'll see. It's going to be interesting. On this show, Smitty, we talk about this certain things all the time. We always say people talk about exactly what we talked about first. We are the first morning show live in America on planet Earth.
Yes,
6
sir.
to 9. Make sure you subscribe today. Become a member if you're not one.
9.
The 9.
Right.
3 hours show. 3 hours show. Reiterate, 3 hours show.
Sometimes it's 9:15. Sometimes we go 9:20.
That's after hours, though.
That's after hours.
Tom Brady recently did a show with Steve Young while we were in Vegas, and a million people tagged me. Exaggeration, not a million people, but a lot of people tagged me and DM me, right? And was like, JB, I've heard this on your show many times. I swear people be watching your show. So we always say that. We don't know. I don't know if Tom Brady watches my show. I doubt it. Our show. But listen to what he had to say. And is this not exactly what I've been saying for 3.5 years? But now they're anointing him, Smitty. They're anointing Tom Brady like legendary status after saying this. I'm the devil and called a hater. I didn't want to put it in perspective real quick. I want to get your take on this.
The coach is trying to play chess. The only problem I see in today's quarterbacking, a lot of it is the coach is trying to play chess, but the quarterbacks aren't. The quarterbacks are snapping the ball, and then they're going, okay, how do I react to what happened? And a lot of the times, you know, there's no perfect play that can be called from the sideline on a consistent basis because they're just calling probabilities. Okay, there's a probability on third down. In short, they're going to play man-to-man coverage. So therefore, on my call sheet, I'm going to call my man-to-man beaters. Oh, they didn't call man-to-man. Looks like, you know, a simple cover 2 zone. This play isn't really working for that. Okay, in my mind, it'd be like, okay, let me get to my best cover 2 play against this look, as opposed to now we get the ball. Okay, we've got a bunch of crossing routes into cover 2. That's not good. Let me hold the ball and go run it. And then people on TV go, oh, you know, great play, way to run. And in my mind, I'm going, why did you snap the ball? I mean, you clearly knew no one's going to be open because, I don't know, in all my years of playing in 20 years, that wasn't going to be open. But how do we continue to say, all right, quarterbacks, you got to see the whole picture?
It's in front of the data or behind it.
Exactly.
If you're in front of it, you own it. It's reflexive. What you just described, all the things you have to handle, you handle reflexively because the data's inside of you. And the only way you can get in there is you got to go to school.
The only problem I see in today's
Gotta go to school.
Gotta go.
College is failing these quarterbacks, Smitty. Just being honest. College is setting them up for failure. And then I believe we tell the players when they get to the NFL. Kyler Murray was at the high limits last 2 nights with us. Not with me. So I got to see him up close. Little guy.
Big arm, though.
Yeah, but you can't tell. You can't throw over the lineman. So look, let me to this point here.
Heisman Trophy winner.
To this point here, so were a lot of people there. Sorry, in the NFL. To your point here on this Tom Brady thing, what do you think about it? What do you think about all that? I just think college football is really setting them up for failure. Then when they get to the NFL, the coach says, you know what? You can only do what you did in college. We can't teach you nothing no more. It's too late. We already paid you all this money. So we need you to run around and do all that. That's what I think is happening. And it's a consensus with older NFL guys that I got to hang out with for the last 48 hours. Same consensus too, that Tom and Steve and Marino, you heard on my McAfee the other day, maybe. All these guys are saying the same shit. Like, it's not something I've been saying for a long time. This is real. And we get enamored by what you've done for us lately. The Mahomes Tom Brady thing, to all the OGs in Vegas the other day, they laugh at it. Not only did you lose to 40-year-old Tom Brady 3 times, you didn't even lose to the good Tom Brady, homie. You lost to the 40-year-old Tom Brady. Has anyone thought of that? Has anyone ever said that?
And then the Mahomes fans will say
today.
the Mahomes fan will say, well, yeah, Brady, you beat super young Pat. I think it was rookie year in the AFC Championship, and then I think the next in the Super Bowl, it was like his correct me if I'm wrong, I think like his 3rd season. So I'm just saying, I'm with you. I don't think it's even a conversation right now that Mahomes is like a GOAT. But for I've seen this, the Chiefs fan, people who do think Mahomes is already number 2 and all this crazy stuff, they're gonna say, well, okay, yeah, Brady beat him, but like it's almost like when Kobe faced Jordan in the regular season.
But Kobe said it right away. Kobe put a killing on that.
Even beyond that, but before the All-Star, they played like in the regular season before too. But Kobe was a baby, so it's like, all right, I'm not gonna really like, you know what I'm saying?
Kobe said it though. He's like, I know this ain't the MJ. I'm too young, obviously. This ain't MJ. Kobe came out. See, nowadays they don't say that at all. They tell you how great they are instead of us telling them. Like,
right?
I don't know. It's interesting to say the least. All right, I got a hot take. I think Bill O'Brien's going to accept the Boston College head job. He's going to leave Ohio State as OC. And I think Chip Kelly's leaving UCLA and is going to become the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. Chip Kelly and Ryan Day have a connection. Chip coached Ryan Day. They're New Hampshire guys. Few birdies in my ear telling me this is something that's going to happen. So that's going to be my next hot take that I'm going to throw out in the world. And if it happens, I said it first. Chip Kelly to Ohio State as the OC. Bill O'Brien's going to go to Boston College. I see it. And I say, why do I see it? And we talked about it yesterday. Weddle and myself and everybody talking about why would you leave UCLA to go as a head coach to go be a coordinator? Well, you take an OC job now and you take $3 million a year, whatever they're going to pay him at Ohio State. So before you get fired. Before you get fired at UCLA. That's why you do it. Plus, if you can't become a coach in the NFL, Smitty, if you can't leave UCLA, this is good info, Bailey. I didn't even know that Bailey found this. If you can't leave UCLA, Smitty, and you go to a school or go to an NFL team as a coordinator, then the next best thing is probably going to Ohio State as an offensive coordinator, because that is another way to get out of college football as a head coach, which is what's happening. Mass exodus is happening. Hafley left Boston College to go to the NFL. We've seen all these other guys, Harbaugh and Saban and everybody else. There's a lot of other guys too. But that's kind of an equivalent. And if you're thinking the way I'm trying to think right now, if you're feeling what I'm saying, I didn't get the Seattle Seahawks job. So the best thing for me is to get out of this head coaching seat. I'll go be an OC at Ohio State. Don't have to do half the shit. I'm not a recruiter anyway. I don't have to do half the shit. And I go to Ohio State before I get fired at UCLA. And then I believe Pete Carroll, his doors open to come to UCLA and get back to LA, live his last few years out at UCLA, and give USC a big shit sandwich. I'm just throwing this out in the air, in the world, in the earth.
That's the crazy part. That's the part I want to know. Like, I'm like, man, is that for real? Like what we talking about? Like, that's what I want to know. I would love to see that. Man, we get Pete in LA. We already got Jim Harbaugh here.
I would push for. I'd push to go fuck with Pete.
We already got Harbaugh here. We got McVay out here. It just be like, damn, we just got all the stars just out here. You know what I'm saying? What's this going on here?
Nick Saban joins game day. You saw that. What does this mean for Pat McAfee?
What you saying?
What do you think that means? I'm gonna throw something else out there. I don't know this. I did sit down with Pat and the boys. Got to see all the boys. Love all them guys, man. From Zito to AJ to D Butt, Coach McConnell. Got to sit down with all of them, chill, chopped it up. Great dudes. I still have much love for all those guys. We talked it up for about an hour. So look, I don't know how long Pat wants to stay there. I think, he hears the noise, oh, Pat's woke now because he's on this network and blah, blah, blah. He can't be himself. You know how it goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this true? Did they just say something I just said on the show 4 seconds ago? Is that true, Smitty? Please tell me. I did not know.
If it is, you should have said this shit the other fucking day, because you told me behind the scenes that it was gonna be that 3 days ago. You should have said it early. You should have said it before today. Because now you're gonna be like, oh, it was already rumored, so that's why he knew it. If you would have put this shit out on Friday or whenever, or not, what's that? On Monday or whenever you said it, it probably would have been even crazy.
So you got to do it. You got to tell everybody what I showed you.
Now they thinking that you just saw it on.
Wait, did it happen?
Yeah, I'm sending it to the chat right now, but it's gonna bring it in right now, bro. I'm reading it right now. It says 11 minutes ago, Boston College is working towards a deal to hire Bill O'Brien as the school's next head coach. The deal is expected soon, giving BC a well-regarded coach with extensive NFL experience and a strong local ties. That's what it is, man. 11 minutes ago. You should have been said this, JB. It's the problem, bro. You get information, you be holding back. Put that shit out.
I sent you last week.
And if it's wrong, it's wrong. I gotta find it. I don't know if it was I think it was in our group chat, wasn't it? If he's in the group chat, I'm about to like scroll. I gotta find it. I gotta do a lot of shit.
How long ago was it though?
Let me scroll. I don't want to lie, bro. I don't like lying on this show. I like keeping it trill. I like keeping it real. Okay, here we go. This is Wednesday. Wednesday at 4:34 p.m.
What Wednesday?
It was this Wednesday.
All right.
It was this Wednesday. Chip Kelly to Ohio State as OC. I'm hearing Bill to Boston College as head coach. That's when I responded. I'm like, Bill in Boston College? I thought you were talking about Belichick. I'm like, damn, I said, just put Belichick stays in Boston. Trying to think about a thumbnail. You said, no, Bill O'Brien, not Belichick. I was like, oh, shit, okay. And you said Chip Kelly to Ohio State. So at least you put out the Chip Kelly to Ohio State.
And what else
at least put that out.
Huh? What else did I say?
Let me see. Maybe Chip Kelly to Ohio State.
I didn't say Pete's at UCLA.
Let me see. Not in that particular text, but maybe if I keep scrolling.
Pretty sure I said Pete Carroll at UCLA though.
You said it at some point. I can't remember you said it via text or you said it in person or you said it on the phone. I can't remember. I'm just scrolling. All I know is that was Wednesday when you said that stuff about Bill O'Brien. I know that for sure, for a fact.
Yeah, but what do I know? So look, we got a lot to discuss. NBA the trade deadline came and is gone. Lakers did absolute nothing. Look at that, Bailey. That's my text in the group chat.
That's my text in the group chat.
We have receipts, is all y'all say. We got good receipts. I live rent free in your head. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, motherfuckers love like proving that they did some shit first. Like rather they got the girl first, they put some information out first, they said a certain like it's something about a man like knowing we did something first that just makes you just put your chest down, your shoulders back. I don't know what it is, man. It just make you feel good, you know.
Michigan is gonna hire Wink, my main man Wink Martindale as DC. Crazy that Wink's going back to college because again, we're seeing the mass exodus of the old heads, the yelling, screaming heads, the disciplinarian heads, Vic Fangios, Wink Martindales, all these guys who want to be younger as head coaches who cannot talk and deal with OGs who dip and spit and cuss. That's just going away, dog. I'm telling you, it's gone. Wink Martindale in college, I do not see it. But if it's anywhere, it'd be Michigan. It'd be Michigan, but Wink Martindale to Michigan is going to be interesting. Obviously, Harbaugh took Mentor with them to the Chargers. I think the Chargers are building something special there. NBA trade deadline. We're going to talk about Sankey leaving the NCAA. We're talking Mike Zimmer, another great defensive mind, hired as the Cowboys defensive coordinator to replace Dan Quinn. We're going to talk about that, Smitty, if you like it or not. Prime Deion Sanders hires his defensive coordinator, young white cat from the Bengals. I think he was a DP, pass game coordinator title guy.
Yeah, young white cat. I know you like that.
He look like a little boy.
I know you like that though. He hungry.
Not really.
He young and he white. You don't like that?
I don't care.
He's white, baby. He's white.
I know, but I don't mean that. To me, that's failure. We're going to dive into that, though. Racist show on planet Earth. We're going to dive into that. We got some hell yeah, hell no. We got a little white people shit, some black people shit. We got a lot of that. Jeff Nadu's going to pop right in here. We're going to talk Super Bowl breakdown. But I got to take a piss, Smitty. I've been on the road. I got a lot going on. I got a lot of liquor. I got to piss it out.
You need to take care of yourself so we can have this show long enough to where you actually alive to see it. Stop. You need to slow down on your drinking, slow down on your smoking. This is some real shit. Drink some water. This is from a real friend who care about you. I'm not saying stop it, but you need to manage that shit better. You drink every day.
Are you coming to my party Sunday?
TBD. No, listen. I've told you.
I don't think you are.
No. I swear to God, I don't know yet. I got invited to three. Jamie, real quick, I got invited to 3 Super Bowl parties from 3 good people, good friends.
I'll be real with you. You got to go to those.
You, my homie Jordan, and then my homegirl Shay Live. They all invite me 3 completely different vibes. Each party is different. If this was Thanksgiving, I would actually like hop around, but I can't. It's Super Bowl. I got to make one choice and go to that choice. So I'm just trying to figure out. There's pros and cons to each option. To each option, there's pros and cons. My homegirl Shay Live is more of like, it's gonna be more like couples there and shit like that. My wife got to work, so it's kind of like, I don't want to be like the one that's sitting there and you got couples. All right, boom. Jordan Jones is more of like the homies my age, more of like just a whole bunch of like brothers, young brothers, whatever, more my age. It's a little closer, you know what I'm saying? Like more traditional type, Super Bowl. And then we got JB. That's the more extravaganza. That's the big like taco trucks, butt naked servers, bartenders. It's like the whole 9. But then it's a 2-hour drive. So I got in the game in LA, Super Bowl started at 3:00. So you gotta like make a decision. I gotta get there at 12:00. So it's 3 different options, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do yet. So I will ask you this. I talked to some people at Fox, some behind the scenes. Hey Jay, see your Instagram over. I'm gonna hook you together with JB. One of my homegirls from Fox said, if I go to your house, she asked, could she pull up? I said, JB, trust me. I said, if I vouch for you, he ain't tripping because he know I ain't gonna bring no bad people around him. He know I ain't with that.
Homegirl.
Yeah, black woman.
Of course, girl.
Yeah.
So I gotta be honest with you. I got a question for you. Can you remind me about this question?
Yeah.
I want to do it with you and Jeff.
All right. As soon as we come back on, I'm gonna go get me a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Come right back, get some water, and we'll be ready to go. Pound that like button, y'all. We got 730 people right now. We're in our last hour. Let's see how. Let's make sure we keep these numbers the exact same rate or go higher.
By the way, we got a big show Monday. We have E-Dub, Steve Kim, Matt McChesney, Tank Johnson, everybody on one day because we're gonna take a vacation. Not a vacation, but we're gonna revamp the show.
It's a vacation.
The second half of the year, or the quarter for us, we're gonna revamp it. So we'll be just showing live. I might do lives and shit here and there, but I'm gonna
send some reels to some selfie reels to Bailey to post, stuff like that. So we'll keep y'all entertained, but we're not doing no full-blown show because we got to revamp, grow, get better, figure out how we can take the next step, figure out how I can get JB out that house and get him in a bigger house, get that pool you want. Yeah, all that stuff. JB, I think I'm your longest lasting co-host, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sure you are. Oh, by the way, Upside Down Coke Bottle, my former co-host, was in Vegas, and everybody was like, the Upside Down Coke Bottle's in Vegas, and I was like, oh, they said she looks horrendous. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about
hey, listen. If I ever leave the show, JB gonna dog my ass. The big black fat motherfucker, young motherfucker, Lamar Jackson, young, soft. Anytime you leave the show, he dog you. Motherfucker had shitty ass takes, was never good.
Hey, I had random folks coming up to me like, hey, Coach, JB, big fan, Upside Down Coke Bottle here. And I'm like, fucking, like he know us. They listen to the show like a motherfucker. They know that. Cats, they loyal fans right there. All right, pound the like. We got lots going on. I'll be back. I gotta take a piss real quick and get me some coffee. And then, by the way, I lost my Hooters poker dealer. She fucking canceled, says she got COVID.
Oh my damn.
I got my bartenders, I got my servers and all that coming, but I lost my not topless because I got some wives coming, my buddy's wives and shit. So I'm not doing topless, but a little short, like cleavage, and I lost her. So I gotta find a female. Anyone out there, throw it out in planet Earth. I got to find me a poker dealer. She got to know what she's doing on the poker table, though. So find me a poker dealer that's
so there's no poker right now.
A little sexy, nothing major. No weirdos here. It's all professional, grown men. There's gonna be celebrities here. Other people. So there's gonna be wives. So it's no crazy weird shit. We don't do that here. But I need a new one now. She flaked on me, and I don't trust it. I'm not gonna. I don't trust it. I think she's just scared. She probably scared or something. Had to send her NDA. You don't like that. NDAs come. They probably think something. You know what I mean? So, anyone out there interested? If I girl Fox,
Man, we ain't got no poker dealer. So if I pull up, I can't even like beat you on poker or nothing.
Oh no, we're gonna have a deal. We always got a dealer, but we were just trying to have somebody, sexy looking doing it.
We gotta figure it out, man. And you know, the only way to get a poker dealer is to get that super chat. So when we come back this last 50 minutes, we need some super chats. We bring some guests on to the show. We ain't got a super chat all show long. Like Tristan, John,
Joe need to talk to Matt.
Joe always do that. Joe, I don't even count Joe no more. Joe is just a rock solid dude, weatherman. Support the show. He gives about $20, $25 every single day, bare minimum. I'm trying to see if we can get a $100 donation today for the show so we can get this poker dealer. When we come back, we talking to y'all about that and much, much more. Pound the like button. I'm getting my toast. Bailey, take it away.
This kid, Smitty, I don't know if you know, 8,900 bets, including some LSU football games. Like, see, this is the issue I had. Like, I don't know. Go ahead, Smitty. I don't know what you want to say, but he made over $600,000, I heard. 600 grand. He withdrew money from his account. He deposited money into the account, and this was just in the last year and a half.
They said he won a total of really over $500,000, but he used a lot of it to just bet more. So he won over like 556,000, and then he took that money and bet for him. So here's the issue. I don't know where you at with this. Well, my main issue is you're betting on games on your own team while you're still playing. So that tells me that, I have the question now: are you out there purposely fucking dropping passes or fucking up or doing certain things against your own team to make some bread? Which means you're actually like you don't care about the win or loss record of your team. You don't care if y'all win. You don't care about nothing else because you so worried about you winning this bet that you're gonna do something against your own team. That's the biggest thing. And that's what it sounds like he was doing. I mean, I guess one could argue, well, no, maybe he bet on the positive side. Maybe he bet on himself to get 10 catches. He talked to his quarterback, said, "Hey, make sure I get the ball." But even in that route, okay, your stats are good, but forcing the ball to you might not be beneficial to the team. So I just don't. Anytime a situation where you're betting on your current team that you're currently playing for, that tells me that you don't care about the main thing, and the main thing should always be winning. And so that's my initial thing, JB. But
I'm glad you said that because I think that's the same level I'm headed because you and I argue about this all the time. I'm actually glad you said that because usually you argue against kind of that thing with me in a different regard, but to me, it comes back full circle to this whole debate right here, like the topic. Like, you are okay with them transferring at all-time high because the coaches are allowed to do it. I argue all the time that they need to earn their keep, earn their right to transfer, do something instead of just say you got beat out and then I said, "Oh, fuck it, I'm out." Go earn it and be there or grad transfer it or something. And then we got kids who are recording coaches and trying to get coaches fired and all these different things that we see. But then you go out and give me half your effort and bets on yourself and your teammates. How do I really trust that? And you're asking a coach to actually not want to get the fuck out of certain places. And that's why I think it's so bad right now. What we said yesterday to start the show, why Harbaugh left college football, because of this. It's a fucking free-for-all. It's an absolute shit show. Nobody knows what anything's doing. The right hand don't know what the left hand's doing anymore, and the right hand used to be the NCAA. They still think they know, which is even worse and more ignorant, that they think they have a control over this thing. No, you don't. You just had one of the biggest gambling scandals of all time, and they arrested him. This is an arrestable offense. What he did was he was arrested.
I agree, man. It's gonna be one of those games where it's like who's gonna mess up first. You know what I'm saying? I think the turnover battle is gonna be very important. The Ravens defense can go out there and.
All right. Of course, I'm back first. Of course, I'm white. I eat bagels. Who started this whole trendy fucking dumb videos that are going around? Jeff Nadu joins us. Clap it up for Big Jeff Nadu, True Crime Pod. Follow him on TikTok, YouTube. Jeff, who started? Of course I'm white. I walk down the street in the dark alley at fucking 12 midnight. Who started these dumbass videos?
I'm not sure. I know what you're talking about. They do them for like everything now. Some of them are all right. Like I've seen a few that are funny, but then they've gotten a little weird. I haven't done any. I wouldn't. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where those came from.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Let's do that though. Of course I'm white. What would be a couple I would say? Of course I'm white. I eat at Panera Bread.
Of course I'm white. I put fucking whipped cream on my bagel.
What? Of course I'm white. I don't use a washcloth.
I just did a straight 48 hours straight. I haven't slept, Jeff. I did a Vegas turnaround. Got to hang out with a bunch of people. Did a little.
I didn't think you were going to do your show today. I thought.
Yeah, I had to. So I got a lot of AEs mad at me because I posted this video and it was rocking to I got hoes, and then I got you got hoes. Oh, you don't need me. You got hoes. Don't you find that the women get? I said, damn, insecurity is not a very, very becoming trait.
Buddy, I had a girl I was messing with on Instagram. She saw a post that I had with Rochelle Ryan a year ago. She goes, "Oh, I see you taking other girls to the Sixers game." I said, first of all, it was last year. Second of all, she's a porn star. She has millions of followers. She's just a friend. I don't know. I guess they get, I don't know.
Of course I'm white. I wear flip-flops everywhere.
I actually do, but I don't wear those types of flip-flops.
I never wore flip-flops. So as a man, I used to have decent feet. I hate feet, but I used to have decent feet. And women always say, you have the softest feet I've ever felt in my life. And I go, never found out why. I found out why, because I wore socks and shoes everywhere. And I figured that they told me that's what it's from. So since I've been, obviously professions change. I'm at home 99% of the time. I'm like, why did I fucking put shoes on everywhere I go? Nobody sees my feet on the show anyway. So I'm going to be fucking comfortable. But it has fucking made it hurt. They over time, flats or whatever you want to call them, they wear on you. Like they fuck your heels up. They fuck your calves up. Like I've noticed.
I wear slides in the summer a lot with like socks and sandals. But I will say during the winter, I mean, you don't really experience the winter necessarily, but during the winter, I can't walk around my house without socks on. Like your feet just get real cold. But I'm a big fan of walking around with no shoes on outside, like at the beach and stuff. I never wear shoes.
Really?
I ain't got socks on right now, and I got this wood floor, and like my floor is like, you're right. It does get cold.
Smitty, what's up?
I was going on, my guy. You didn't hear me this whole time?
No, we didn't see you.
Oh,
hey, give me some. So the trendy videos out there, Smitty. Jeff and I just did it. Of course I'm white. I eat bagels. Go ahead. Of course I'm black.
I think racist. I'm a black man. Of course I like hot Cheetos. I'm a black man. Of course I drink grape Kool-Aid with tacos
Hennessy.
on Monday.
With Hennessy.
I don't think we can do this one, Coach.
JB love racist topics.
Of course I'm Italian. I'm gabagool. Of course I'm black. I eat grilled cheese sandwiches on the show live.
Wait, Smitty, you don't eat. So let me ask you. You're not you don't eat bagels?
Like only time I eat bagels is if I'm at work.
Bagels is white people shit. Let's just be clear, right? Straight
I don't agree with that. I think if you ever go to New York, like a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel is very good.
Well, I've definitely done that before for sure. But I'm saying like a regular bagel with just like cream cheese. The only time I've really done that,
I would never eat that.
The only time I've done that is like at Fox back in the days when I used to get there real early in the morning. A couple days a week, they would order like free bagels for the entire production team, and they'll have it out there. So I'm like, fuck it, it's here. I'm hungry. I'll eat it. It's free. But I've never just went and was like, you know what? I'm gonna go buy me some bagels.
I never ate a bagel in my life until a year or two ago, and I got a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. It's great.
That's good. That's different. That's a bagel.
I wouldn't eat it with
fire.
Like with like sour. Like I'm not doing that. No shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
there you go, D Jones. Hell yeah, we get up for 4 hours every morning. doing this for y'all.
Yeah, I don't have any money this week. I'm broke, bro.
I don't like this show. I don't like doing this show. JB don't like doing this show. Jeff don't like doing this show. We do this shit for y'all. So
of course I'm black. That's why I was always last coming back on the show.
I actually like doing this show. I will say that.
It was a joke, man. He was supposed to go along with it. That's how I lied to him, get the money. Come on, bro.
I'm Mexican. Of course I cut the grass. I can go on and on and on. Smitty, I got to ask you, and remember, you're supposed to remind me. I got a trivia question. For the first caller that calls in, I'll give a free hoodie away, and I will gift you a Nadu membership on his show.
Okay.
Matt Burke mentioned a name, Smitty, on his interview with us an hour ago. 14-year NFL vet, center for the Vikings, mentioned a name that played fullback for the team and tight end. What was the name, first of all? What was the name, Smitty?
I forgot.
That's not the trivia question. You can tell us the name.
No, I actually forgot. It was like larvaness.
Klein Saucer.
Klein Saucer. I knew it was like, yeah.
Oh, Jimmy.
All right, Jeff. Here's the question. It is to Jeff Nadu. If he gets it right, I'll give away the first caller that calls in a hoodie. Jeff, what famous movie? And you love romantic movies that are funny comedy, romantic comedy. I think they call them. I do too. We're men's men. You can say it. Klein Saucer. The name was mentioned in a romantic comedy that was a very, very big movie as a skit in the movie as they watched the film, because I can't tell you why, but it was mentioned in the show. This particular name, Klein Saucer, catches the ball in the flat for a touchdown is what I will tell you.
What year?
How can I say it? I'll give you a better clue. I can't say it or you're going to know because you like this movie, I think.
I got to tell you,
You lost?
I don't know if you're getting me confused. I don't. The only movie I'd ever seen like you're talking about is Wedding Crashers. I think that's pretty funny, but I'm not a funny comedy movie guy. I don't like that shit. I'm just not into it.
JC got it right. JC, shout out to JC getting it right. 51st dates. Obviously, she lost her memory every day. She lost it. They had to replay the movie every single day. And the little brother, she's like, what's going to happen? He's like, I think Klein Saucer is going to catch the ball in the flat and fucking score a touchdown. They've won 1,000 days in a row. So, like, she was like, oh, my God, you're so good. But that was the name, Smitty, that played with Matt Burke. And it's funny they showed that in the movie 51st Dates.
Now you just said the actual line, I remember it because I watched the movie a long time ago. So that's hilarious. I remember that. Damn, how'd you remember that? How'd you think of that, JB?
I don't know. I just remember that as a movie. I like that 51st Dates movie. I thought it was a funny movie that was kind of corny. I don't know. Yeah. I think Jeff will like 51st Dates.
You probably would. Got a
cool
little date.
Never watched 51st Dates, Jeff?
No.
Really? I thought you did. All right, Jeff. Here's a question I have, and this is the first debate of the day.
And don't forget, JB, I'm reminding you whatever you was thinking about.
This is it. This is what you reminded me right here.
Let's get it.
All right, so I got this party, Jeff, coming up Sunday. Big party I have. I got poker dealers, bartenders, etc., etc. So I invited some friends, girlfriends of mine, friends that I know, girls, right? Because I got guys coming. So you need some females at the party. So I invited some, right? So am I wrong for uninviting them? Because I uninvited them because Smitty, she hit me up, and it's not a girl I'm fucking, nothing. She hits me up. She's like, oh, my two homegirls are coming with me. And, my one girl, she's going to bring her boyfriend. And I said, what? Bring your boyfriend? She's like, what's wrong? You said bring my friends and blah, blah, blah. I said, no, homegirl. You can come because I got guy friends here. You and your homegirls can come. So there's people to talk to and whatever happens. But this ain't no random dudes popping up in my house.
Right.
I said, I got security and shit for anything to jump off around this motherfucker. But somebody random dudes coming up, you don't think that it's a full blown fight, dog? Like she was like, I was wrong. Like I'm wrong about it. I'm like, wrong, bitch. Your boyfriend fucking around get smoked here at my party. What are you talking about? No, you're not bringing a random dude to my house. It's not at the park. Am I wrong, Jeff?
Listen, I'm not a big party guy when I go out. So I'll compare it to that. And I've talked about this before. When I get a table, okay, I have told girls who are friends of mine that bring random dudes to that area, you got to leave. You're not allowed in here. I love you, but you got to leave. I don't want dudes around me in general. I'm there to be with women, not men. I'm just not. So I agree with you 100%. It's your party, first of all. It's at your house, first of all. And number 3, you can invite or disinvite whoever you want. First of all, if you're invited, I have a big issue with this. If you're invited somewhere, so for instance, I have to go to a surprise party the beginning of March. Now, in the invitation, it was for me. So I'm not going to bring anybody else. Now, if it said you could bring a guest, I'll bring somebody else. I'll bring a girl with me or something. But these people that just think they can bring whoever they want to shit, it's not your fucking party. You're not paying for shit.
But
you should know that if you're a girl, you don't bring fucking dudes with you.
But before, Smitty, hold your thoughts. I gotta ask you, Smitty, like, do I have to disclaim that not to bring a random dude to a house of dude? I don't think that's a disclaimer. I don't know. It's not a 20-year-old girl. This is a 45-year-old girl. Like, why am I explaining the game to her? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, I mean, listen. The thing is, like, when she first got invited, right, her and her friends, that should have been the time where she should have asked you. First of all, thanks JB for inviting me. You know, definitely excited. Quick question: would you mind if my friend brings her boyfriend? And then if you say no, it's like okay, cool. Right from the jump, you don't say yes, we're coming. No. Me and my girls, we're coming. Woo woo. And then like weeks later, you're like, oh yeah, by the way, one of my girls is bringing her dude. Like, whoa. First of all, you need to ask me first and foremost. Don't demand.
So this random cat goes back home the night after. Let's say there's no drama. I mean, of course he's not. Oh man, I got to see Marcellus White or Weddle, that video. You know, nah, motherfucker, we don't know you like that. There's people here. Now, you want to throw five clicks at us. You know, we talk. You throw $5,000 for the party. Maybe we'll talk about something. We could do something. Maybe, you know, I'll fly Jeff out and shit like that. But nah, you don't bring no random dude to no party. That shit crazy.
I got homegirls, and like usually like they got invited to something, like they'll ask though. It's like, hey, is it okay if I bring so and so?
But Smitty, I don't let Uber Eats come to my house. I don't do the Uber Eats shit. I don't do it. I don't want random 17, 20-year-olds coming to my address.
This is what I don't understand about you personally, Coach Brown. So I don't have anyone in my house ever. I don't shit where I eat. This is my house. This is where I live. I don't want you here. I don't want to have parties here. I don't want to have nothing here. I'm kind of blown away that you want to have this party at your house. Why not just rent out a place and have it there?
Because this is not a party of any random. There's not one random person coming to my party. So I do these all the time, Jeff. I host whiskey parties, cigar parties when I
know you do. I know you do.
Sure. Yeah. So like it's only folks that I've known forever. It's not even
actually get into this party. Like, do you have to be let in?
Say it again.
Like, is this like so for instance, if someone shows up, like a friend of yours, a girl or something, and she would bring a guy, do they have to go through a special entrance?
There's no way, boy, there's no way to get in anyway, because like
you can be denied entry.
He got two vicious fucking dogs that will eat your face, like, number one.
Nobody's bringing randoms. Like that's already taught. You know, I do a group text to 100 people because, you know, never 100 won't show, but we'll get 50, 30, 40 people. And making sure every day, especially this week, hey, dog, let me know how many. I got food. I got taco truck, you know, all the shit. So my drink maker, all this shit. Because I don't charge my people that come to my parties, not a dime. You can tip the bartenders and shit if you feel to, but I've already prepaid these people. So it's for the homies and the people that come. So like it should be just a chill event. Like I'm hosting it. I got it well enough to host events like this, and my people can come and I front the cigars. Somebody will tell you, people don't have to fucking bring shit to my shit. So you could tip the bartenders and shit if you wish, which is cool and all. But like, there's nobody like random coming because that's already known. Because I need to know who you coming with. Boom, boom, boom. Females know. I've never had to tell one female in my life though. That you can't bring no random dude to my fucking house.
Yeah, that should be any legitimate person should know that. I will ask.
When I have the parties, Jeff, I have a table outside the gate, the double gate. It's a check-in table, so I can have it just for like So like, like especially when I did my whiskey and cigar parties, it's almost like a wedding. You got the nice book out there. You sign in, get your shit. So like, then I can email you too later on, get you buy my whiskey and shit. So like, I have like a sign-in sheet, and you come in that way, and then it's the side. You don't walk through my house, Jeff. To your point, I got a backside. Lucky enough, I have big enough backyard space, house space. You go over outside, and I got tables outside all set up. But this one, at least it's gonna be nice Sunday, so that's good. Almost 70 out here. That's gonna be beautiful. So we're gonna be outside, inside, the theater, the cigar lounge. We're gonna play poker. But like my topless poker girl just backed out. Said she got COVID. I think she's fucking.
So now that changes everything. That changes everything.
You made a comment that I find very bizarre. So you do know that when you order DoorDash, they don't see you, right? Like I can't understand
your address, Jeff.
But what does that matter? You don't put. Do you think I have my real name on DoorDash? No,
I don't even know what DoorDash is. I never even heard of DoorDash. I'm talking about Uber.
Any of them though. Like
it's all the same shit. Postmates, Uber Eats, DoorDash.
I'm saying like
Grubhub.
Like I don't have my real name. It doesn't say Jeff Nadu on the thing.
Oh, I don't know nothing about it. I've never done it. That's why.
Well, I don't understand.
But also, your name is Jason Brown.
Yeah,
all right. There's a million Jason Brown.
Right,
But if I answer the door, it's not a million to me.
You don't have to answer it. They can jump off at your door.
What's the reasoning? I don't understand.
Just my upbringing, dog. I don't let random people get my address. Pops.
You have parties at your house,
right? I'm just throwing it out there.
It might be like somebody who he gang banged when he was 16, and now they doing DoorDash. They pull up and see him. You know what I mean?
You realize in 30 seconds I can find your address, right?
Ooh,
yeah, I'm sure you can.
I'll find anybody's address.
That's not the point, though.
You can't find my shit.
Uber Eats, Jeff. Uber Eats not Googling my address because I never know. Uber Eats don't know me.
Listen,
you know me. You can Google my address. Uber Eats ain't gonna Google my address.
Well, my whole job is to investigate people. That's what I do. Other than being a PI, I'm right below you. You can find someone's address, coach, if you really want to.
Oh, I do all the time. I could do it, and I'm not a PI.
So y'all tell me y'all can find my address in the next minute and text it to me. Yeah, I don't know because I just moved, so I feel like Jeff gonna find some old shit because I don't think you're gonna find my new shit.
Let me tell you. Listen,
Jeff, let's bet. I'll text you his address even though you throw it in there.
Just don't say it out loud.
I would never do that. Ever. I'm never gonna do that.
Hey, I had a dude blast my address on Twitter, and I had to like me. I DM that motherfucker. Said, "I'm finding you." Trust me, that's some bitch made shit. That to me, that's it. Marcellus had it happen. There's some other cats I know that's had it happen too. That's the epitome of bitch made.
Nah, it is. It's worse than bitch made. It's just like you just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know no word for it. It's like, come on, bro. Like, in no circumstance. Look, told y'all. That boy Ron got that red dot on me.
That deer hunting rifle, Smitty. That deer hunter.
I got a big ass window right here. I be looking. I'm like, is Ron on that fucking rooftop next door? Like, I be trying to look.
Shout out to Ron, who's a loyal Smitty love. All love with Smitty. So Jeff, I just got back from Vegas. Crazy. Got to see something last night. Patrick Mahomes' brother sat down next to me at the fucking cigar lounge.
Your buddy.
They held hands, took a picture. It was crazy.
No, fuck out of here. I would have choked the shit out of him.
What did you say to him? Anything?
Fuck no. You know he's like 6'6", right?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. No.
He probably pressed you. Yeah. You weren't talking that shit in front of him, would you, JB? He saw he was 6'6". Jeff, he saw he was 6'6". He got a little nervous.
I fucking got choked the fuck out on national television.
He didn't proposition you?
Hey, so all right, Jeff. So I got to be around a lot of NFL legends. Had dinner with some guys last night, current NFL players, Max Crosby, guys like that I've been around, known, and recruited and coached. Great 24-hour turnaround. My boy Pat golfing and in the hunt for the lead right now, doing a hell of a job. So all that shit happened. Then the Radio Row went over there. Supposed to go on McAfee, didn't happen. So all this shit happened, and got to eat with Pat and the boys. Did some things. 24 hours in a blur, Smitty, because fuck Thursday we were supposed to do a show. I didn't do it. I was just burnt. Got back home. Jeff didn't think we were doing a show today, Smitty. He's already commented. So had to do the show Friday because Jeff, after Monday, we're gonna do a Monday all-in show. I don't know if you're free to come in. We're trying to get all the guests on that we have on every week.
Everybody.
I'm always free for you.
2 week off deal.
Okay.
We bring in Dr. Jesse Morse, Nadu, Matt, motherfucking Steve Kim.
I bet you can't name everybody. Come on, go.
Matt, Steve Kim, Jeff Nadu, Tank Johnson, me. We got we bring on Michelle talk hardball. She left Michigan. Motherfucking
Black people said Jeff motherfucking. It comes out when you
Joe Madden
about motherfucking
Joe Madden, motherfucking motherfucking Lisa Ann coming back to the motherfucker.
Is she out of jail?
She out of jail. Got out for jail free card. He bringing on everybody.
Hey Jeff, hung out with your girl. She said to tell you what's up today because I said you'll be on the show. She has a lot of respect for you. She loves you. She said she fucked you. She thinks giving you a little bit of wrong advice. I'll talk to you off the air. Kelly in Vegas hung out with her last 2 days.
Don't say that.
She fucked
no,
you.
she does. She's like, I feel so bad because I told Jeff because basically without talking too much, she was like, I know Jeff's worth, and I told Jeff this is what you should fucking get paid, and et cetera, et cetera. And I think Jeff went in with his nuts out, like, fuck, you pay me XYZ, and then it all went south. So she was like, I feel kind of obligated to fucked up. So
Kelly's a great girl, man. I've known her a very long time.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I heard. Okay, never mind. I heard some shit the wrong way, but I get what you're saying now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I also talked to Liv Mood. Jeff Nadu's great friend Liv Moods was there.
Dr. Liv Moods.
She's the worst.
That's my homegirl. Stop. We're not doing that on this show. You do that off air.
She blocked me for no reason.
Stop it.
I love it. Smitty. Hey, Jeff, Smitty this is going to be Smitty in person if we ever do the show live in a studio, because Smitty's going to be the one that he always thinking about the next investor, the ad sponsor, you can't cuss, you can't do this. He thinking,
hey, look at your phone, Smitty.
He thinking all that shit. And I like that. I like that. Clap it up. Be the mediator, Smitty.
Hold on. First of all, clap it up. Two things. First of all, that's easy as hell what you just found. That part's not fucking. I said address, motherfucker.
Okay,
that's nothing what you just sent me. That's number one. Number two, I'm cool with Liv. We're not fucking like friends. We just cool though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying if a motherfucker come on here and they trying to dog
I'm not dogging her. I just
Golden Day or Marcel's Wiley. I'm like, nah, fuck that. We chilling.
I'm not dogging her. I just don't get why she blocked me. We were really cool, and then she just blocks me randomly.
Who knows? Maybe she had a boyfriend and saw you as a threat. Who knows? Maybe she don't know she blocked you. Maybe it's AI. Maybe it's AI. Fucking
I said something about
Darius Tony. Who knows?
Jake Paul. She didn't like.
About who? Jake Paul?
I say some misogynistic things, and these women block me.
This show definitely be. I be having to check y'all motherfuckers. I be saying some wild shit on this show.
Hey, Smitty, how much money would it take for you to today go in there, record Shady, record Acho, and say motherfucker? I want to hear it on your IG live that you post on their page.
Oh, we cuss all the. I mean,
I never heard it on the speech page. I never heard that
because I edited it out, and I ain't gonna lie, I did slip up one time and had a cuss word on there, but I forgot to edit it out. But I have to edit out the cuss word. I have to beep them out. Trust me, the conversations we have off air, best believe it be some conversation. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say who or what or how, but I saw like $200,000 in cash the other day at work, and I'm just leaving it at that. Just there. I'm just leaving it at that. I'm just leave it at that.
Hey, Jeff Hunter, shut the fuck up. You're not a fucking scout for nobody. You're a scout for these nuts. The head coach is my personal friend. Why do you think Malik Henry's in Edmonton, you fucking idiot? Don't is he on the show being a fucking troll idiot?
Hold on, is he talking shit or he just actually?
I didn't think it was that bad.
I thought he was giving you flowers, like because you helped him out.
Smitty.
No, for real.
Fucking scout. You think the fucking scout for the Edmonton team is in this fucking chat?
No, I think he's joking. No, I don't. I think the scout part was a joke.
I don't do trolls. Fuck them all. All right, let's go.
Hey, Smitty, check your phone, dude.
I think you read that one wrong, JB. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think you read
I didn't read it wrong at all. See, that's the thing. That's the thing, Smitty.
Hey, good job, Jeff.
Great area come out, Smitty.
Hey, that's my previous address.
Jeff, Smitty wants me and this guy to be fucking boys. That would be Smitty's loves life. Smitty wants the world peace like a motherfucker, dog.
Yeah, you really do, dude.
No, I'm a twin. No. JB is a pessimist. Like, he naturally leans fucking like for war. Like, he wants war. He wants to kill. He wants to destroy. He wants to
love
fight.
everybody.
He don't see it. I feel like I don't love everybody. I think I'm more just in the middle and kind of understand shit. JB automatically go for the worst. Like a motherfucker can go here and just say a joke. Look, thank you. I know I'm correct. Like I know I am. That was not a shot. He said I'm a scout.
Show us that you're the scout for the fucking Edmonton.
It's a fucking joke. You getting mad over us? He just said I'm a scout. Like he just bullshit.
No, I don't do troll shit. So guess what, Smitty? Oh, time out. Let me. Last 2 nights we've been drinking. Not with. Near. What's that dude's name that does the voiceovers? Blew up. He does Buffalo Wild Wings. He was with Nelk Boys or whatever they're called.
Bob Menery.
Bob Menery. So Bob Menery's there, little motherfucker like this. So Bob Menery's there.
Look at Jane.
So we're chopping it up, and he came over there and was like, hey, I see you on doing your thing, coach. Appreciate it. I'm like, all right. And I didn't know who it was. And I was like, fuck, I seen that dude. Well, Pat Perez walks in with me. I'm waiting on him. And Bob comes over there. That guy, Menery, and Pat know each other. So they come over. He come over there because, you know, they've interviewed Trump, I think, on the Nelk Boys and all that. And Pat helped them get him on. Again, Pat knows Trump well. So I didn't know the guy. I don't know who he is, but I didn't know that was the guy. He's like this little.
Those be the ones.
I saw his face and I thought he was like, you know, a 6'5" or something.
Don't let the face fool you. Don't let the face
Social media fools people. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, but like JB leans negative, y'all, for real. Like he just.
To your point, I didn't even tell you the whole story. I don't know why I get cut off. I'm still drunk. I just drove back from Vegas.
Drinking high.
I was like, I wish y'all motherfuckers try to prank me. I will beat the fuck out of all you motherfuckers, and it would be live on your fucking show. Because that's how they made it big. They were pranking everybody like these other motherfuckers, and they were doing that prank shit, and I hate that shit. That's why I'm so quick to jump. My point of this whole thing, that's why I'm quick to jump on these motherfuckers. I hate that shit. Don't say you're a scout then. Don't go around and say, it's a prank with videos over there, guys. I don't give a fuck if you break my girl's ass and then tell me it's a prank, motherfucker. I'm beating your ass. You can film it all you want. That is the generation, Smitty, we're dealing with, who you, gray area, Smitty, is trying to fucking mend the fences. No.
That's different than comments, though. We have a live coverage chat. Like, we talk shit. We'll pull up a picture. We'll pull up fucking Master Wu and break down how he looks. And, this guy eats Chinese food. We do it. So we have given our fucking fans an invite to be able to joke with us. So I'm just saying, sometimes read something, take a beat. Everybody's not fucking against you. Everybody's not looking to fucking come at you, JB.
I know Jeff well enough now, without meeting Jeff in person yet, but over enough. Jeff is closer to me in my thinking than you, but he defends you on the show because I don't like Mahomes and all these other guys.
I don't Wait, hold
Jeff
on.
is closer to me, though. Jeff's Twitter rants are exactly like me for the last 5 years. So Smitty ain't doing what we do, Jeff.
I came at him last week for that stupid $100 thing where he blatantly looked off the fucking camera. I've come at both of you. I'm very in the middle. But yeah, I agree with you.
Don't bring that up because I gave you a pass on that $100, but usually I'm motherfuckers don't do that.
I'm broke this week. I
don't give a fuck. You was broke last week. You owe me $100. I was trying to move on. I ain't look off no screen. I sent y'all the screenshots. Motherfucker, I saw what I saw.
I defend both of you.
I think I'm a realist though. People think I'm a nice dude naturally, but I'm not like, it's not like I'm just leaning positive on everything. It's not like, fucking.
No, because this show has changed you. This show has brought you to the dark side somewhat. Like,
I'm just in that middle though. I'm just real, is what I'm saying. I don't think
Smitty was on here for 6 months and didn't cuss one time. Now he's starting to cuss.
Just remember this: a man that stands for nothing
falls for everything. But that's not the case. I do stand for shit. But just because you always negative don't mean you're real. That's the thing. We always get on that side of fucking always thinking the worst means I'm being real. Not necessarily.
How's it real? What's the difference between real and truthful though?
Yeah, Coach, you did make a bizarre comment yesterday that I have to call out. Just
Jeff always leads in.
Real quick, you did say something real weird. You made a comment that women shouldn't be mechanics, essentially. It was very odd. Like,
unless you're my cousin Vinny, she could do whatever she wants.
Because, like, I'll be honest, I went to a mechanic recently. And
you know, the bitch become my cousin Vinny, Smitty, fine as hell.
Well, listen, no, there was a Spanish girl working there, and she knew shit ton about cars and did a great job. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, Jeff, you know as well as I do, anomalies exist. There's one of everything.
I've seen mechanics that are women.
I think mechanics, as far as if we're talking about who we'd want to smash or whatever you guys want to say, more than anybody. If we're talking uniformed women, we talked about this last week, Jeff, during the middle of the week. We were talking about it. I said teachers, even though they don't wear actually uniform, but they're a uniform profession. I think teachers, they're the freakiest. People don't really give them a lot of credit in the freak world.
Call center.
Freakiest. Smitty said nurse. What did you say, nurse?
I said lawyer, right?
Oh, yeah, he said lawyer.
You said call center.
Yeah, Jeff and I said call. We talked about call center. Call centers are the freakiest. I used to parking lot pimp call centers. Jeff and I had this discussion before you. I think Smitty came on the show. We used to talk. We used to have this free game Friday stuff that we used to do. Who was your take, Jeff? You last year, I think you said Mel lady.
Wait, what did I say?
Mel lady, I think.
No. I want to say I did say nurses as well. I always nurses are always hot. Like I don't know that I've ever seen an ugly nurse.
Lucy, how you know, Lucy? How you know nurses are the freaky ones? I'm just curious. Are you both ways?
Lawyers is a good answer, though. That's a good answer.
What you doing?
I also say psychiatrists.
That's Lucy.
Psychiatrists are hot.
Lucy's psychiatrist.
Psychiatrists are like, well, get your mind right and hypnotize you and fuck you and make you forget that you fucked her.
Yeah.
Do it again.
I would go with that.
50 first dates. Hey, JB, I'm saying I got a lot of love in this show. I'm about to tear up. Like I'm looking on the show has really changed, man. I swear to God. And when I first joined the show in June, y'all hated me. Like, I don't know.
Kind of hate you.
It was like a race. I appreciate that. It was a racist show. No. When I first joined, I'm telling you, if you read the comments,
Smitty came with that victim shit, and now he's like the dude. Now
Smitty this soft dude off this show
because you dropped your nuts.
Man, I've been the same dude from the jump. They just saw a young black dude who kind of positive sometimes.
Hey, thanks for 99 cents, you fuck.
Appreciate
How about you drop $1.99 at least?
That's what he got, bro. Like what the fuck? So you from the hood.
Jeff Smitty always want to be the greatest.
That's what he got. That's what he got.
He always want to be the
Because I grew up not having nothing, JB, so I take anything, motherfucker. Like, come on. Look. Now you done pissed him off. He ain't gonna send it.
See, look, Smitty, you don't have to save everybody, Smitty. That's my point. I gotta coach you up.
Jeff Hunter, he disappointed in you.
This guy, he knew that just because I was talking shit, he knew I was being a fucking harass. Disagreements create great conversation. You want to save everybody so quick that now we really have a beef. We're never gonna fucking fix nothing.
Ooh. Let
him get coached up.
I'm a vibe. JB, man, I'm taking this show over, Jeff. It's the Big Smitty Show with Coach JB. He getting salty. You brought me in. I'm like Bean. I'm like RP to Kobe. Kobe got drafted in 96. Shaq was on the squad already. You Shaq. You a dog. Best player in the league. But I'm Kobe Bean. And my mindset is I'm the greatest right now. I'm still learning.
Funny, Jeff.
You can't win a ring without me, JB. You can't win a ring without me, baby. And he don't like that.
Old heads that like used to hit me up, personal friends, and like tell me straight up. I'm just telling you, I won't tell you who, but I'll tell Smitty later.
Say the name.
No. I don't know about, they didn't ever said fuck Smitty. I don't know about Smitty with you. This was early on, right? Now they're like, hey man, Smitty's very fucking knowledgeable, but he says a lot of good shit. He knows a lot of shit.
I won't. Marcellus always says his names and numbers. Call them out. I ain't gonna press your homie. You ain't gotta get scared. I ain't gonna beat the hell. We all family. We men. I like that. I like this agreement. Who was second guessing me? Was it Marcellus? Was it Pat? Was it Whitlock? Was it Jeff? Was it Steve Kim? Was somebody else? Was it the homies in the hood? Who was second guessing your boy? I love that shit. When you second guess me, it makes my heart. It gives me motivation.
Not second guess though. It is the first week you're on the show, first couple of weeks. Remember the show started. We eased it in. See, Jeff, nobody knew. We eased it. I brought him in a couple of times, right? When we played it off like, come on the show just as a guest. And then people were like, oh, we like Smitty. And I eased it in. Then I announced, damn, Smitty gonna be the new call. And, most of the people were cool, But you got old heads that were like, I don't know if
Say their name.
I don't know if Smitty, Smitty wanted to talk. Smitty don't ever say no name. Now all of a sudden, JB, he wanted.
Hey, all the old heads who second guess me, text me right now and say it to me. We good. I'm not even mad. I just want to know. I'm a real one. If I got a problem with something, I'm saying on the show. I'm telling you straight up. That's how I get down.
Hey,
no
poll question. We didn't do a poll question. We didn't do quote of the day or nothing.
I don't want to do none of that shit today. It's a new show. It's a new era. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't no segment. This is our new show the way we did it today. This is what we doing. No prep, nothing. No topic, no thumbnail. just pull up.
Hey, poll question. Who's more hated on Twitter? Jeff Nadu? JB? Drop it in the chat.
Lucy said she likes me from the jump.
Couldn't care less.
I got a lot of love. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to tear up, man. This chat was not rocking with me back in 2023. They love me now.
I've been doing this since 2009, and I've never had a negative interaction in person.
Thank you.
Thank you. These assholes think in person.
Thank you. I'm in Vegas yesterday. Chiefs. Hey, Jeff. Mahomes, Chiefs fans. Go, JB, we love you. You right, man. Our fan base is so fucking pussy. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm saying, like, it's never in person when you have drum. They're so fucking pussy. I'm just telling you right now.
But you ask yourself, why do they hate you on Twitter? Okay. You always notice.
See you. They're never going to see you.
Right. But it's always the people that don't have a name or no face picture.
No resume, Jeff. No resume.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Well, let me ask y'all this, though, being devil's advocate, though. Like, do y'all ever look yourself in the mirror and like just take your emotions out and be like, did I say something in a way that maybe is
I look in the mirror in real life 35 years ago. Twitter's not gonna make me look in the fucking mirror. You shit me?
Honestly, I've had people call me chomo, pedophile, all sorts of shit.
That's a whole nother.
Say what the fuck you want. You'll never say it to me. You never come to my fucking door and knock on it and say it. So shut the fuck up.
I ain't got your address.
Hey, Smitty.
Like,
no, I knew that. Listen, Jazz, I love, like, I'm not even mad. I'm trying to put y'all on. I'm trying to make that happen. Like, I knew Jazz like hood white dudes. Like, that's kind of her thing. She tried the black dude. All the black dudes have cheated on her. So she fuck with us, but she just don't trust us all the way. She going the route of the hood white dude who understand black culture, been around black folks. So she kind of got that. He can come into the crib, show mama. They gonna joke about you got a white dude, but like he cool with it because he understand how we talk. So that's I'm telling you. Yeah, send me your Instagram, Jay. I'm email me your Instagram. I'm trying to put you on.
Hey, Jeff. Let's get into brass tacks, Jeff. We got 12 minutes, Jeff. We gotta get this Super Bowl, biggest game.
All right, go fast, JB. All the topics.
200 million viewers expected in this game. I've been breaking down the game for 2 weeks. I got the old Super Bowl from 4 years ago, Jeff. I got the 2022 game from last year. We've had NFL guys on for the last 2 weeks talking about the game. In the betting world, what are we talking about this week? What's gonna make somebody some money? And what do you expect in this finale that wraps the season up? Mahomes getting his third. Andy Reid walking off to the sunset. Shanahan bitching and moaning. Well, he's not bitching and moaning. He's actually accepting it. But the Niners having a horrible fucking practice facility. Chiefs getting another conspiracy theorist out there with the Swifties. All kind of shit's in play. What is going to win this game? Money for these people on this game.
I mean, I've been going back and forth. I think the game itself, who's going to win, is very difficult. But that said, I think these teams are very even. I think defensively, they're very even. I think the great equalizer is Mahomes is better than Brock Purdy. That's just the truth. Then we look at the things. Obviously, the Niners have a little bit better skill position player, but the Chiefs are getting a few points. And I feel like with Andy Reid, who's an advantage over Kyle Shanahan, with Patrick Mahomes, I think the under's the best play. I think this is first to 21 wins. I think it's a good, low-scoring game. I think it's a solid game, but I don't think we see a lot of huge plays. There's a lot of great players on these teams, but 47 is high. I could see this 24-21. I really could. I think it's a close game. I'll gladly take points, though, with the Kansas City Chiefs. I leaned the Niners early, but then when you really look at it, I know you don't want to hear this. I know this, and I'm not saying he is right now, but I think we have to, again, look at Patrick Mahomes and say what he's done this year is quite impressive, regardless if you like him or not. With the guys he lost over the last year or two, what he's been able to do, he is on the track to be right there someday. I mean, how old is Mahomes?
28.
He's 28. Okay, so he still has a long career left.
Let me ask.
He is on the precipice of someday getting to 10 Super Bowls, just like another guy who we call the GOAT. He is on that trajectory, and this would be his greatest win yet.
I will say this, fairness to you. If he wins this game, I will come on the show and I will give flowers to him for this simple fact, okay? This simple reason. His daddy gets locked up again. His brother's a weirdo fuck who's arrested. His girl, Milka Magnesia, just got a Sports Illustrated shot. Kelly in Vegas gave me the video. I'm like, oh my fucking God. At least we got a woman on Sports Illustrated, though. But having said all that outside noise, Jeff, is people don't realize the outside noise in this business is very, very hard to overcome. So him getting another one, dealing with the weirdo brother, the fucked up daddy, and the shitty looking wife has to be very, very taxing. So, Smitty, I didn't even know what I said. I didn't realize what I said. Anyway, I will give him credit for that because that is a feat in its own right. Smitty, there's nothing in that glass.
All right.
Am I fair, Jeff? I'll give you that. So at least I'm
right.
A
couple things. He already has 2 Super Bowls. I'm not sure what his wife and brother have anything to do with it, but
well, that's hard. That's their family, Jeff. You got to deal with that noise. He sees all the tweets. He sees all the tabloids. He sees all the drama and the hate. He's the quarterback. He has to play through all that.
But he's a professional.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit. You still got real life shit hits you in the mouth every day.
Even Dame Lillard came out like, listen, y'all, I'm not all the way there. I'm dealing with divorce. Like my kids are back. Like you are right. You're a professional, but you still got shit going on. You know what I mean?
This is wrong this is the same level of Smitty. If all due respect, if your brother goes out and does something really bad, I'm not going to hold it against you. That wasn't you. We do though as a society, which it's wrong, you know?
I'm not holding it against him. I'm saying the stress that he has to go, that he's dealing with to win another Super Bowl with all that outside noise is
you also have to remember, he's done it with, again, we know how great Kelsey is, but what else? Rashee Rice, who's come on and been really good, but he doesn't have Tyreek Hill anymore. His offensive line's probably not as good as it once was. You know,
see, that's the Jeff, to be fair to you, like you say, you know, in all fairness, no disrespect. That's the not coaching part of what you say that doesn't make sense. Because Andy Reid then should get even more credit.
Sure,
that's what people don't get. Mahomes had one of his worst seasons, and they're back in the Super Bowl because what he does offensively, putting these guys in this situation has been almost – remember, they scored 17 points against Baltimore. So let's not act like, you know, they're blowing the doors off this, but they beat a good defensive team in Baltimore and only scored 17 points. Andy Reid made some plays in that game, calls that I broke down, that are ingenious to win the game. People don't even want to talk about it or really can fathom what he did, even to get those 17 points mustered up with that roster that you are talking about, which is mid, is ingenious. Like the Mahomes ain't out here throwing for 450. Like, let's be honest, this is the greatest job in Andy Reid's lifetime is on this roster and this team. Getting them back to another Super Bowl is almost unbelievable.
I mean, I don't
disagree. Jeff, 54 or 47?
No, the total is 47.5. I think that's a bit high. I think a lot of people are just going to assume this is 31-24. I think, look, these are 2 really good defenses. I mean, someone in your chat says, I mean, these are probably your 2 best defenses in the league. I mean, all season. My one concern, and we saw the Ravens get away from this, I think for San Francisco, you got to run the football. I mean, that's the one I think knock on this Chiefs defense is the run defense isn't great. But again, I don't care if you give up yards as long as you don't give up touchdowns. And these are 2 solid red zone defenses. I think it's first to 24 wins. I think it's like 24-21, like I said.
And you're rolling with the Chiefs.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be betting it. Listen, I think people just bet the bet because it's a Super Bowl. For me, it doesn't make money. I think the under is the best play. But, yeah, I lean Chiefs 24-21.
Super Bowl under the line in the 40s has hit the last 6 of 8 times.
Yeah, look, I'm going to hope to get 48. I think 40, even if it goes up a little bit, that'd be nice. But I think it's a little high. I think these are 2 really good defenses.
Super Bowls are weird, though, man. Super Bowls are weird. It's scary to bet the under. That number to me, like if it was 50, I'm taking under all day. But 47 scares me. That's telling people to bet the under so they know that it's going to hit 50.
Keep in mind, both these defenses good in the red zone. Look, I don't care about giving up yards as long as you settle for field goals. That's what I want. I like the under. I think that's a little high.
So, Jeff, just so we're speaking of this real quick, we got a couple minutes. I wanted to talk about something real quick. Let's go. I want to show you something real quick. Hey, Bailey, can you pull up some film? Jeff, this was last year's game. Frisco was undefeated at this game. Chiefs go to Frisco, and Garoppolo was the starter. Purdy got in late in the game before they traded Garoppolo to the Raiders. But this is the Chiefs on first down only. This is just first down. Andy Reid annihilated at the time the number one defense in the NFL, the best team in the NFL, and scored 43 points on them. Is this year's defense that much better than this defense? That is my point when we're talking over and under. Andy Reid, in my opinion, is worth 10 points. I just, that scares me. That's why I probably would, and we're giving the fans a fair opportunity because Jeff's much better at betting than I ever would be. Jeff's one of the best there is. This is just, I just want to give Jeff the coaching part of it. Like, this Niner team was shutting people down last year, and the Chiefs went in there and annihilated them. And they were down 10-0 and ended up winning 43-23. So, like, the game could start off slow, Jeff, and Andy Reid's going to figure something out at halftime and he'll fucking score 43 points, put up 580 yards offense in the second half against the number one defense. Andy Reid will figure it out, and that's why I think he's worth 10 points. So, do you think anything about that? Or are you saying, Yeah,
I think, obviously that comes down to coaching and adjustments. And that's why, again, I like Kansas City because I think Reid is much more adept at making the decisions that are important. Plus, again, Shanahan's a guy who at times I question some of the decisions he makes. And look, again, I feel like I'm getting the better defense, okay, or right at the same defense with, to me, a quarterback that's significantly better than the other quarterback. I just do. That's enough for me to take a team. Plus, I'm getting a 2 points. So, to me, I think the wrong team's favored here, personally. But and look, if you look into professionals, Billy Walters, greatest gambler ever, he took Kansas City. I think the wrong team's favored. If I were an odds maker, I would arguably make the Chiefs the favorite, personally.
Yeah. It's a funny number, man. I just think that, obviously they know something.
Well, but why is, I guess I'll again answer. Why is San Francisco a favorite in this game? It's not in San Francisco.
I think it's just because of their roster. That's literally it. Like on paper, they're better on paper overall, top to bottom.
Remember this too. In his career, Patrick Mahomes is, I believe, 10-1 as an underdog. Getting points, he's 10-1 as
let me give you another coaching part of it. And this was just talking to NFL players and current NFL players like Max Crosby yesterday. I asked him this question specifically. The reason the betting is going crazy in Vegas right now is for one simple fact, favoring the Niners. Mahomes has yet to perform at a big-time level in a Super Bowl. The final game, he has not been stellar. He's been actually one of the worst champions ever as quarterback to play the game. Last year, he did throw 3 touchdowns, but yes, 2 were under 5 yards, and he threw the corner to Kelsey. He threw for 180 yards. Against Tampa Bay, he was dismal. Threw 3 interceptions, looked horrible. He's only thrown 5 touchdowns in Super Bowls, Jeff, and 4 picks. That's not a great ratio when you're talking about Super Bowl. So I believe the betting is looking at his performances, past performances in this game, along with the compile what you say, the outside wideouts and the threats they have really are non-existent. He's going to have to get back into Kelsey. The Niners are probably one of the top 5 defenses in guarding the tight end. So if you take Kelsey out, now I'm thinking as a bettor, where is Mahomes going with the ball? Well, Pacheco, we talk about getting the ball out the backfield. And if McKinnon can go, which it looks like he's going, that changes the game because McKinnon is a McCaffrey-esque player Not a talent standpoint, but a schematical one. They can put him in the slot. He can get the shovel. They can throw him the football in routes. He can play in the backfield with Pacheco. Now you have another Andy Reid favorite schematical that he loves to have, McKinnon and Pacheco in the backfield at the same time. He hasn't played in a long time. I think it's the right time to get him back in there, and that's what scares me. And I'm sort of leaning Niners as well because of the Mahomes factor, but is this the first game Mahomes throws for 300 yards? Is this the first game that he's finally says enough's enough? I'm going to get my third Super Bowl and get out of the snide of being an underperformer in the Super Bowl. But is this the defense to do that against? Like, this is a great defense again. And Jeff, doesn't it scare you, Jeff? I know I'm rambling on. Doesn't it scare you, though, that the Niners, we could sit here and agree, I think. They should have lost to Green Bay and they should have lost to Detroit. Don't you feel that they're going to come out and play finally and be like, this is the Niner team we are? And like, that scares me too if I'm a bettor.
I mean, I hear you, but I think in the end.
No, I agree. I want to hear. So you don't even play that play in your mind.
I'm looking at it and saying, I think they and this is crazy to me because of the highlight of how big this game is. I think they messed up with this line. I think the bookies put the wrong line out there. I've heard people say this line's off 2 or 3 points. I think the Chiefs should be a favorite. I don't really understand why. I just don't. And I don't want to hear these fucking amateurs talking about, because they're the better fucking raw. That doesn't mean, what will you people understand? In gambling, that doesn't mean fuck all. It just doesn't. Sorry. That's not how they line these games the way they do. They just don't. I'd have put it at Kansas City 2.5.
So let me ask you, though. All year, Smitty and you and everybody in the country or in the world has been talking about this, especially when I said they would be 10-7 on the season. Everybody thought I was crazy. They almost were 10-7. They finished 11-6. And I was crazy. We were saying this because of what they look like all year, right? Now they've hit a hot streak, but to be honest, we've been saying how mid this team is compared to what they've been. That doesn't play into this bet, you don't think? Why they say that?
What have you done for me lately? Like, they're playing well right now. The Tom Brady's last Super Bowl with the Bucks, they were like 8-6 or something weird in the middle of the season, 7-5, something like that.
And 9-7, they won at 9-7,
and then they ended up getting hot. You know, I think their record. I think they might have won at least 10 games this year. I could be wrong, but regardless, they were not that good in the middle of the season. We're having the same conversation we're having with the Chiefs. They ended up getting hot at the right time, and they won. So to me, it's about what have you done for me lately, and I don't see how you can watch the playoffs right now and just feel like the Niners should win. Like, the Niners defense has not looked good. Offense has not looked good until like the fourth quarter, and then that's when Purdy will turn it on a little bit.
Hey, Smitty.
But they should have lost the last 2 weeks, and they made it. Kudos to them, but they're not looking good.
Also, ask yourself this. When this year did you see Brock Purdy play well against a top 5, top 10 defense? It just didn't. None of his 12 interceptions were in 4 games and all losses.
I'm thinking Browns, he played bad. Ravens, he played horrific. Those are just the 2 off the top of the head. I can't think of the other top 10 defenses he played against. But yes, that's a hell of a point. That's a hell of a point.
I mean, you just made a great point. Their offense hasn't looked great. I mean,
they've just been figuring out a way to win, which is, hey, that's football. But I'm saying the Super Bowl against Mahomes and Andy Reid and Kelsey, I don't know if you're going to just figure out a way to win. Like,
what I'm trying to tell people is, if you're sitting here saying they're due to play well, like, you're not going to win. Like, I'm due to fuck a hot girl, but probably won't happen today. You know, like, it's.
He said, I'm due for it.
That's not a comparable way to bet, at least to me. And what I'm trying to do is, in a way, maybe teach you something that I've learned. That's not the right way to bet. They're due, sure. But, you know, Mahomes is due to have a great game, too. In the Super Bowl. So there's a lot of guys that are due for things.
That's a hell of a point.
Good point.
I'm due for it. I like that, Joe. That's when I'm due for a hot girl, but I mean, shit, it might, if it hasn't happened, I mean, why?
Here's a bet I think is really a strong play. Travis Kelce to score a touchdown. Okay. Very effective. Okay. It's generally coming in the playoffs. I think it's come in both times already. We know he's a big-time player. It really doesn't matter who you put on him. He finds ways to get open. And again, I know we don't want to hear about this. However, the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing is quite important. They want her on TV. It just, you look at what she's done for the NFL. I know people don't want to hear it, but she's brought a lot of people into watching this game that weren't going to watch it. And that's all this fucking league cares about in the end. At even money, for him to catch a touchdown, I think is a strong bet.
Right now, man, it's the end of the show. I'm going to make my pick, man, my official pick. I want the Niners to win. Just don't see it. I got the Chiefs winning the game 27-23. I think Pacheco's going to get the first touchdown of the game. So for you bettors, you gamblers, I just got a gut feeling it's going to go to Pacheco. And I do think this. Check this out. And I might be crazy. I think Kelsey's going to win the MVP for this game. I think he's going to have like a crazy, like 3 touchdowns, 14 catches, like just a crazy game to where even though, typically they lean towards the quarterback, I think Kelsey's game is going to be so good. They're going to give it to him. It's going to make the whole Taylor Swift storyline even that much greater. And that's how it's going to happen, man. That's my 2 cents right there, man. Chiefs 27-23.
And I don't like bringing this broad up. I don't even know who she is. I watched her the other day. She looks like milk magnesia. She's fucking 100 pounds. I have no interest. I don't know what happened to Kelsey. He like thick sisters. I don't get it. It has to be fake to me. I don't know. Anyway, the consensus in Vegas.
$1 billion. Why? But
no. What the consensus in Vegas though? It's fake. It's a setup. But anyway, I gotta ask you. As we leave here today, pound that like, subscribe to Jeff, subscribe to everybody.
I just want to say one other thing before after you're done there, but just one.
Yeah. Great point. They're going to show her 1,000 times. They're going to track her plane coming from Hong Kong to fucking Vegas. I would bet that they do some. They do the thing. She just sold her private plane because some weirdo fucking YouTuber was tracking her fucking private jets and shit. And apparently she sold that jet because they're allowing this guy to track it. I go, by the way, we can track anything we want. It's fucking unfortunate. I agree. I hate that shit, but you can track an airliner in the fucking air. So they're going to do it, dude. They're going to fucking post this thing. So I'm scared of what you just said because Kelsey, I could see getting it. But I'm going to roll with the Niners before Jeff ends the show with his take. I'm going to roll with the Niners, the hated ones. As a LA Ram fan and an LA born and bred, we hate the Northern Californians. We hate them with a passion. And it's not even against Mahomes. I picked Mahomes first. Remember, Smitty? I said, man, the cheater. I'm leaning towards the Niners that they've had 2 mid to bad playoff games and still figured it out. And as a coach, when you get through shitty performances and still win, usually that next game is when you hit all cylinders. And if this team hits all cylinders, I don't believe the Chiefs have enough to win. I don't. I think it's a field goal game, Jeff. I think the game ends on a field goal. Whether it's in overtime or before overtime, I believe it's a field goal that wins the game.
I don't disagree with you. I think it's 24-21 Chiefs. That's kind of my thought here. I will point this out. If you like the Chiefs to win, right, $100 is going to pay you back about $110. So you're going to make a little money on top of it.
All right.
Think about this, though. You can bet this right now. It's plus 140. So that means 100 wins you back 140. And this is only compliant, I believe, on the Chiefs winning. So, again, if you like the Chiefs, will Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift be shown kissing on February 11th? If they win the football game, that will be shown on TV. It just will. Okay. You're going to get $1.40 compared to $1.10. So if you like that, it's, they're not.
Let me ask you this. Another bet on Prize Picks, Bet Online, and others that support the show. Over under, they show her 7 times. That's another bet. And I believe it's 160.
7's high, man. That's a lot of time.
What you think remember, they show her over 7 times? Do you believe what we're even fucking discussing?
Well, here's the thing.
Right
during Tom Brady's heyday, Gisele Bündchen was usually at 1.5 times. 7 times on the broadcast during the game. That's a lot. That I'm under all day. I look 3 or 4 maybe. How would you even show her 7 times? Maybe show her at the beginning of the game, maybe in the middle. Maybe towards the end, once or twice.
Is she going to be at the game before kickoff or after the game? Because I know she's making a whatever. What is it? 20-hour flight or whatever?
Well, that's probably going to get there right at the start. It's going to be like fucking flawless.
Not to cut you off, Jeff. If she comes at the beginning of that game, they're showing her 7 fucking times in the first 10 minutes.
But this is why you take the under, because there is a possibility maybe she's delayed getting in, and that's cutting into the games. It's helping you. Look, what are they going to do? Show her again? I'm thinking about the amount of times they could show her.
Doing live, Smitty. You know she's going to do live, Smitty.
Listen. Kelsey going to score 3 times, so that's 3 times off the bat. Boom. Just 3 off that. Boom. Then they're going to show her when she arrives. They're going to show her again, like,
I want to bet this. Give me more breakdown.
You have to understand the rules of these bets. It's only during the game broadcast. So when 15 minutes starts to the end of the game, it's not the pregame show.
Ooh.
Okay, so Smitty, break it down then. So the kickoff, boom.
Yep.
She lands.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Look who's in the building. Boom, that's 1.
If the clock has started, that's 1.
All right, so if the kickoff happened. She lands right after kickoff. That's 1.
Yep.
That's 1.
3 touchdowns. 1, 2, 3. Kelsey, that's 3 touchdowns from Kelsey. That's 4 off the bat.
4.
Every time he
3 touchdowns.
How about 2? Is that real? Is 2 real?
I think he'll score 1 for sure.
But if they show her before, after the national anthem, that doesn't count.
No, I'm just saying kickoff happened. She lands. We're only talking game. It's kickoff. She's got 1 landing. They're going to show her twice walking into the stadium. Game going. First quarter, game's going.
What if she's already there before the game?
Yeah, that's the only risk.
No. What I said, if
she's worth $1 million, she's getting there right before the game starts, dude. She ain't gonna walk in fashionably late, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I think fashionably late gets more eyes.
Debbie, if you don't think Kelsey's gonna ball out, I don't think it gets over 7. That's the only way.
You know what her goofy fan base would say? Wow, she's getting here late. She must not care as much. That's what she can't get there late. That wouldn't be good for her fan base. They'll think she doesn't. Does anybody
know how to break down what? So she's performing when? Saturday night art would be Friday night, or is that a day ahead?
No, they're ahead of us.
That's what I'm saying. They're a day ahead of us, right?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. She will be there in the box when the game starts. Okay, she's worth billions of dollars. She'll be there. Don't worry. What do you think? She's gonna have traffic? They'll police escort her. All they got to do is make a call. She's in. It's in Vegas. What do you think? She's gonna wait in line for the bathroom or get a hot dog? She don't wait for nothing.
I gotta think. Even when he makes a bad play, even if Kelsey gets hit hard, they're gonna show her to see her reaction. But it's gonna be 8.
First of all, you need it to happen 8 times. She needs to
Bailey, can you find when she performs versus when the game is? Because I know it's a 20. What is it? What's a flight? 13 hours?
Somebody said 18-hour difference or some shit.
No, 18-hour time difference. But the flight over here is what? 12?
I don't know.
What I'm saying is, though, you guys and all the folks in the chat need to understand the rules. When the game ends at 0, that bet stops. If they show her kissing him and walking down, that doesn't count. It's only during the game. And the focus of the game, regardless of what we think, is not to show her 7 times. They may show her twice, 3 times even. But 7 or 8
is halftime. The game starts, halftime show. That still counts.
Only gameplay.
You sure?
Yes. Read the rule.
He said, "You sure?" He's like,
"You know," because Smitty, I'm thinking, they're going to show her. When Usher performs, they're going to show her 20 times.
All right, so let me explain. So, for instance, you mentioned, will they track her plane? Okay. So it's Swift travel from Japan to LV shown on CBS. This is the rules. Any wager placed after this becomes public knowledge will be graded as no action. Bets void if Taylor Swift does not attend Super Bowl. Others on request from kickoff to final whistle. It only counts for the CBS broadcast. Okay, so they're not going to show this during the game. This would count for the broadcast. You got to read the rules. Rules are important.
Jeff, read the private chat. Read that to give a segue. Read that to us. So
First concert is set to begin on February 10th at 6 p.m. So it's the night before local time on Saturday in Tokyo, which is 17 hours ahead of Las Vegas. Assuming her Tokyo show runs 3.5 hours long, this would put her in the air by 10:30 p.m., factoring in time for a quick outfit change and trip to the waiting private jet. That's 5:30 a.m. Saturday. Okay, so again, she'll be there in plenty of time.
5:30 a.m. Saturday, but the flight's how long?
From Japan. Wait, you said she's in Japan?
Well, it's 6 to Hawaii. It's another 5 to Japan.
I mean, nonstop, I would say it's 10 hours, probably.
I think it's 12. Private jet, maybe 11.
Hey, hold on, time out. We really breaking down when the fuck Taylor Swift's on here.
What I'm trying to say
work this as bad as the media, like the real big media right now.
We talked about this earlier. I said, this is what we're doing.
We breaking this shit down.
But again, when the concert's over at, let's say, 10, she's going right to the jet. She doesn't need to. What do you think? She's changing in her car? Like, she's a bathroom in the private jet's huge.
This is hilarious. I never thought a day in a million years I'll be on a fucking JV show, the Big Smitty and Jeff Nadu, breaking down what time Taylor Swift was arriving and if she would get there in enough time and how many times this is crazy. The world is crazy right now. Pound that like button,
real quick, seeing Pat on Wednesday, where was it last night? They did the show yesterday in Vegas, right? Pat's on the show again right now, doing the show where I was at yesterday. You know that he flew last night to where Jeff is and did wrestling with The Rock and then fucking had to fly straight back here to Vegas to get back on this show right now at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
But, Coach, oh, my God, I couldn't imagine. That would be such a great life. You got a jet that just goes wherever you want. You got anything you want on it. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, I'm just saying though. That's still.
I would just go places just to go.
You know, Jeff, flying is no joke on your body, and that motherfucker is like.
He got a private jet. He's sleeping different on this flight. He's stretched out.
He's like me.
He's not an economy though. Like
you also just like pull up to the thing. You just walk out and get in. There's no bullshit. Yeah. That's so sweet. It's such a. I would go fly places. I would fly to like Texas just to get a cheesesteak.
Bring your weed in there with you, whatever you want to do. Like you ain't got no baggage claim, none of that shit.
Amazing. What a great life that would be. Something we'll never experience like that.
Whoa, you better put that shit on your own self. I ain't gonna throw that my way. I don't know what I'm gonna experience. I ain't gonna be.
Listen, I know right now I'm never gonna be doing that. I have a good life, but ain't gonna be.
I bet Pat thought the same shit 5 years ago. He was just a punter, and you see what the fuck he did. So don't ever shortchange yourself. Now on this show, I'm not gonna let that shit happen.
I can't golf, brother.
He's talking about McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
Oh, well, I don't know. Listen, let me not say anything.
Hey,
I'm not a fan of
Jeff, much love to you coming on this Friday. Good, happy Super Bowl betting. Happy hunting. We're gonna get on it Monday if we can get you to come on Monday, talk about the game, and then we're gonna take 2 weeks off, and then we'll be back to revamp it. Let's discuss what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it, how we're gonna make some money, how we're gonna blow this thing up. We're gonna do that for the second quarter of the show. Revamp our graphics, our videos, etc. Figure out the next part of the show. We got spring football, Jeff. We got college basketball. We really want you on because you're one of the best college basketball bettors, and I don't. It's horrible right now for me. College sports, I don't want to watch it.
What did Matt think about the new coach? They got a new coach there.
Who?
No, we didn't have Matt on today.
You didn't have him on.
They got a off defensive coordinator. He looks like he's 18 years old.
He looks like a science teacher.
Pat's got that guy that always wears no shirt. The comedian. He's on the show. He's on the show right now. We'll be back Monday, Jeff. We can have you on. We're going to be back Monday. And then pound the like button, subscribe, follow Jeff, follow Smitty. Smitty got to go work. And then I got to get ready for my Super Bowl party that Smitty's not going to show up to. And then hopefully
I got to get to work early. We're pre-recording our show an hour early so all the crew can go to Vegas. So I got to get there early today.
I asked JB about I'm going to Vegas in a few weeks. I asked JB, hey, you want to link up? He goes, bro, I ain't going to be out there. You know, I'll be out there the week before, but I said, I'm thinking to myself, I never come out to the West Coast. You can't drive 2 hours for me one time.
No, you need to come to my house Sunday and go straight to Vegas from there.
You told me fucking 5 days. I live in Pennsylvania. I don't live in Seattle.
Pennsylvania. Fucking
Pennsylvania. Hey, I get you a room though.
Yeah, you told me you would. Thank you.
Get your room.
I don't want to stay at the fucking Circus either. You know, Win or like Venetian.
Come on, Dad. Jeff. I run Vegas. So,
okay. Hey, hold on. Last thing, if you really to play on the rooms, let me know, JB. I'm for real, because like
Jeff, I will see you on.
Where'd he go?
I got rid of his ass. Hey,
All right, guys.
We'll see you Monday. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you this weekend.
Sounds good. See you guys. Take
Pound the guy, pound the like. We'll see you guys on Monday. Much love. Happy Super Bowls. Happy hunting. We'll see you on Monday. Smitty, we'll see you Monday. You know I got rooms. Come on. Disrespectful. Peace.
Missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a wrap. We what the games we missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
You are now tuned in to the Coach JB